Well, hello, Macam Caballero. How you doing? How you doing? Well, it's been a mad rush. Cheers, Gordon Seymour, for putting the team news up as usual, mate. Absolutely spot on. I will pin your message. Oh, I've had one of them nights tonight. Can you believe two people jumped me taxi? £20. I keep saying to myself, I'm not going to let that happen again, and I always do. But it's time to nip it in the bud, I think. But it's been good. I went down to Birmingham. Taxi went to Birmingham yesterday. That was a cracking one from Carlisle. Neil Denbury. Hello, mate. You alright? And hello to Gordon Seymour. Very excited, Cabby. Got to be 3 points tonight. Good to see Brown in for Paddy. For some added grit in midfield. Thanks for the stream, mate, as always. You are very, very welcome, mate. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure indeed. It's just a mad rush. It's like I've just get in from work. Sometimes I didn't even get me tea. I'm just straight onto here and providing the stream for you guys and girls. Ah, dear me. How yous all doing? David Jackson, hello, welcome along, mate. Hope you're well. Hope you are well indeed. Like I say, I need more hours in the day. Honest to God, the hours, I just don't know where they go. It's crackers. David Jackson, evening cabby score 4-1. Wow, safe. Evening cabby and all. Hello, Etienne Lemay. I don't know. I mean, I'm never confident when we play Luton Town. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if we lose 3-0 tonight. If we lose 3-0 tonight, I hope we don't. Of course I didn't. But I wouldn't be surprised. I'd be well cheesed off. But I wouldn't be surprised if it happened because this is a proper bogies ground for Sunderland. Narrow pitch, very intimidating crowd. The crowd's virtually sitting on top of you. I don't know. Hi, Matt and Carrie. You're a hero. I'm a hero. How am I a hero, Alan? How are you, mate? Are you well? Have you seen me flying around in my cape? Oh, dear mate. I've literally just walked through the door. It would have been a bit earlier, like I say, but I had two people doing and running from my taxi, so I'm trying to sort that out. Absolute headache. It's part of my job, unfortunately. Dear. Aye, the joys. Good job, I love what I do. And I certainly do that as well. Right, where are we? It's so nice to have the games coming thick and fast again, isn't it? With them stupid international breaks. I've not even had time to do me. Oh, no dinner, Alan. You're my hero, I know. I've not even had time to do the alternative commentary video, which loads of people find funny, and that's against the Hull City one. But I'll get that finished tonight. I will get that finished tonight because it is funny. It's a good laugh. Michael Eady, hello mate, says fancy a decent result today, 3-0 or 4-1. Very confident. Etienne Lemore, told you in my comment, in Regis we trust he will find a tactical way so we're not bullied. Yeah, that is the main thing, because the Man Mountains, this Luton Town side, and they're going to try their best to bully us. They're going to throw ball after ball after ball into the box. But we're slightly different this time. You know, we've got a decent defence. Well, last time we played them, we just couldn't deal with the high balls into the box. We were just getting knocked left, right and centre. But just because Luton Town at the bottom end of the table, to me that means absolutely nothing. Mark my word, Luton Town will be in the top 6 by the end of the season. They destroyed Watford 3-0. And you know, there's not many teams come to Kenilworth Road and get wins. Not that many, really, especially in the Championship. It's a difficult place to go. It's like Plymouth. It's a difficult place to go. Will the tables turn and will Sunderland get some good fortune and eventually win down here? Will I be happy with a point? Absolutely, I'd be happy with a point. Tony Emerson, hello mate. It says, hi Cabby, don't worry about narrow pitch. We played narrow on Saturday. It may suit us. Jackets to Luton. Us Jackets Luton to Sunderland. Us 2-1 to win. I'll take it. I'll absolutely take that hook, line and sinker. Do you know when they like say that they make sure not jackets? Hello, the mad moderator. All right, mate. Terry versus Cabby. Who's going to win tonight? We're not versing each other. Terry's a great bloke. You know, we've both got our own channels, and he's been going for years. Got a lot of respect for that guy. He's a top bloke. Etienne Lamar, agricultural football has no long-term future. The way we play it has a definite future. Fernie, the Leeds United fan who got another good win yesterday, and I still think they'll be there in the top two. Great club. How we doing, guys? Good luck tonight. Thank you very much today. Thank you very much, mate. And I needn't have said good luck because you've already won yesterday. But I'd rather have Leeds gone up in this division than any other club for Sheffield United and Burnley. They need to be in the Premier League. Predictive text, I know, I hate that. David Jackson, hello mate, you okay? No, I hate that predictive text. The minute you type something in and you send it and then you read it. Just text me, mate. So, yeah, the mad moderator, I was allowed to start being positive for the first time since I emigrated to Switzerland 7 years ago, says the mad moderator. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, how much more positive can you get when we're sitting top of the league? I'm being positive. I'm just not being carried away. I just hate playing down at Luton. I cannot stand it. Us and you to go up, yeah, that would be great for any Leeds and Sunderland to go up like two huge clubs. 3-0 this evening, says Gordon Seymour. But what I like watching about Leeds is just like the fans are very similar to us, if not the same. They're just so passionate about the club and they're really, really noisy and they create an atmosphere, whether they're home or away, and they're gone mad when they score. They just love the club. And of course, we've got a rivalry with them since the '73 Cup final, and it's always a tasty tie against Leeds. Leeds, David Jackson, yeah, the Leeds are the best side we've played this season, without a doubt. And Michael Eddy, due to result at their ground, haven't had one since Keane. Yes and no, that's right. The mad moderator at Swiss Sky all 7 years had championship this year. They ditched it. Oh, no way. Well, I hope you can hear as much as you can here on mine and Terry's channels as well. Alex Taylor, hello mate, how are you doing? This is hello from Brasilia, mate. Hoping for a strong positive start. Love the channel. Thanks for your positive comments, mate. We's robbed last time at Luton. Yeah, I know James Cook. How are you doing? Fernie says, us, you and Newcastle. Yeah, absolutely. Now, obviously Newcastle's our rivals, right? And we love taking the mick out of them because that's what you do. But the Premier League is a better league when we're all in it. Didn't care what anybody says. You look at the derbies, the Everton Liverpools, the Man U Liverpools, the classic, Man City, Man Uniteds. You get Sun and Newcastle together, it's just on fire. I mean, I watched Leeds and Sheffield United, and it's just class watching it. Especially when they start singing the Jimmy song, if you know what I'm on about. Oh dear me. But they've always been like that, Leeds. Even when I went to Roker Park, I always had a massive following. Every time it was Sun and Leeds, it was such a tasty tie. And well, thanks for the subscriber. Thank you very much. I actually went to Leeds' ground, Ellen Road, when I was at college in 1992. and it was when there was the terracing at Leeds. It was all standing, so the Cop, because you got a stand called the Cop that was standing, and they were just building the cantilever stand, and at the time it was the biggest single stand in the United Kingdom or in England, one of the two, because it had just been built at that time, or they were in the middle of construction. And I remember standing on the pitch looking up, and it was absolutely huge. So I mean, that was a long time ago. That was about 1992. But I always remember it, walking onto the pitch at Ellen Road, and it's a cracking ground, and I believe they're going to extend it as well, 50 odd thousand, I think. So that is that. And kickoff is not far away. Obviously, I'll be back in the commentary on in the background, and I'll be having a banter with as many people as I can. Like I say, it's just so nice to have the commentary back when the batches back. These international breaks are just naff. They really are naff. Oh yeah. So Sunderland have sold their allocation of tickets as well. So, as we always do, I mean, there's not many fans we can fit down there, really, because the ground isn't absolutely massive, really, is it? It's not big. And you've got to go through people's back garden, so you get a look at Eva Ledden's knickers when you're walking in. That's the funny thing about it. David Jackson in the 70s weren't Leeds one of the best clubs in the world? Well, they were. They were like the Man Cities of the 70s. And we were in the division below, which I don't think you'd ever see that happening, to be honest with you. Same starting 11, you think, mate? Yeah, well, there's a pin post at the team news, and there's one change, and I think that's Brown for Roberts. So the lineup is we've got Patterson, Hume, O'Nien, Meffam, who was man of the match, joint with Isidore against Hull. We've got Serkin, Captain Neil, we've got Job, Brown, Rigg, Mundle, Isidore. Subs, we've got Moore, Higeldi, Johnson, Elesic, Roberts, Roosin, Ashish, Connolly and Watson. And I do think Roosin and Ashish, I think they'll be away in January, you know. I do think they will be gone. It's a shame, but I do think they will go. Thomas Wilson, did you know Sheffield United league points are wrong? Are they? I'll have to have a look at that. I know they were deducted 3 points, weren't they? Tony Emerson, can anyone tell me how on earth do Luton survive in that garden shed of a ground and we don't have any money to spend with a 48,000 seater stadium? It's weird, isn't it? I just think it's because they're down London, and you know, it's easier for clubs down London to attract big players. But saying that, they've been out the big leagues for so long, I presume their outgoings is not as high as a bigger stadium. Of course, the bigger your stadium, the more outgoings it is. But it's like the Premier League. I mean, look at Bournemouth and stuff. I mean, was it 12,000 or something? It's crackers, man. Fernie, Jimmy Montgomery, yeah, mental save that was. Michael Eady, because they're sensible and don't outspend their status. And I don't think they spent when they went into the Premier League. Ken Walton, hello mate, a member of the channel, says, hi Cabby, got a good feeling about tonight's game. I hope so. David Jackson, didn't Wimbledon do Man City twice, mate? I think possibly you're right. Evening Cabby, Andrew Moore, hello mate. Gordon Seymour, Sheffield United deducted 2 points, I think, not 3. Ours at 2. Right, okay. Sheffield won 6, drawn 3. I see what you're saying. See what you're saying. So, can we put the commentary on in 2 minutes' time? Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, if you can hit the subscribe button, it'd be a massive help. Thank you, and hit that thumbs up. Like I say, I've not done so many videos or so this week. It's just I've just been so busy in my taxi run to Birmingham last night. I didn't get in until 11:30, and I was absolutely shattered. I say I've not even done me alternative commentary video. Do you know what I mean? And I love doing them. Sevla, hi everyone, where to watch on TV? I don't even know if it's on Sky tonight, you know. I'm not too sure. But the teams are coming out now as we speak. And we've got Luton Town in the familiar orange strip. And we've got Sunderland, I believe, playing in their revisited 92 FA Cup final strip, which I've yet to get. Ian Kerry, hello mate, how are you doing? Hope you're well, fella. Is it on Sky? I think it's on Sky, I'm not too sure. I am not too sure, you know. I am not too sure. So, yeah. Are we going to see a different Sunderland side tonight? There certainly isn't that nervy feel like it was in that playoff game. You know, I was ill. Luty244, how are the lads? How are the lads indeedy? But yeah, there isn't that sort of nervous feeling tonight like that playoff thing. But I don't know. I mean, I've yet... I don't know. I wish I could be confident as everybody is on this channel. You know, it's just Luton Town are just a horrible place to play down here. They really are. It's on the red button. I thought it was. But I'll happily take a point tonight. Like David Knight, come on, you black cats. Hello, David. Ian says just looked up at sky. Can't see it on. Just stars and clouds. Well, you're lucky you've got stars. We've just got blooming clouds up here, Ian. Just clouds. Just clouds, which isn't the best. Right, let's see if we can...
Probably not doing as much as what I would be doing playing games
we go.
away, so it is tough in the legs, but you know, I wouldn't change it, and I love every minute, and you know, it was a great international break for us.
And a good start to the week for you in terms of you've got through yet another game without that yellow card.
Yeah,
126 people in already, that's fantastic. And if you can hit the thumbs up, give us a sub if you're new, helps me channel out massively. And like I say, I hit 3,000 subscribers just last week. It was amazing. So please, thanks everybody. Andrew Moore, we're more physical now than we were in the playoff. They bullied us out of that game, but we'll be well matched tonight. I hope so. We don't want to get bitten early tonight. It would be a disaster. Who will finish top 2 this season? I know Leeds will be one of them.
So Luton in orange, Sunderland in white. I've got a little question for you in a moment, Benno. Your powers of possession. The ball goes out behind for a goal kick. The Sunderland away to our right. Sunderland the away strip. What can you notice about Sunderland's players in their away tops?
They're all wearing long sleeves.
Except
one, Luke 09.
Luke 09 is the only Sunderland player not wearing a long sleeve jersey
Behave, Ian.
tonight. Sunderland, they are pushing forwards with Rigg playing wide on the right in this change team. One change, Brown is playing
Brian Hughes, we need to bet our best tonight. They have a big, hard team, and we never do well against them. We don't.
And it's Brown now down the right of the penalty. He's got brilliant. In the box. He's pulled the ball back for Dan Neil, and he's put it over the top. It's taken a deflection, isn't it? It's a corner. What a good move from Sunderland immediately in this first minute.
Excellent play by Brown.
Set up initially by Rigg, got Brown in the penalty area. Brown pulled the ball back, pushed it to the back of the penalty area, and Neil ran onto it. And his shot actually took a deflection over the top, only just over the top of the bar of Thomas Kaminski, who's all is in light blue away to our left. Just over for the corner. Luton in orange tops with a white slash vertically. down the left of the chest.
Unlucky Dan Neil.
Black shorts and orange socks, as I say. Sunderland in their white retro away kit, and the corner
Okay,
is going to
mate.
be taken
Commentary up,
right
2
by
seconds.
Alan Brown. It's a squeeze, but he puts the ball in low, straight into the chest, actually, McGuinness. And it's easy
Sorry
for him
about that. There we go.
to
Is that
clear,
better?
as you'd expect, long down the line. Chong chases it, but it's gone out for a throw to Sunderland on the right-hand side. We're in the 3rd minute. Luton 0, Sunderland 0, live on BBC Radio Newcastle.
So just give us
Dan
a
Neil
sound check, people.
Talked
Can
about
you
that big
hear
role
me
he's
and
got
can
to
you hear
play
the commentary
tonight. He
okay?
finds
Yeah, just let
Job,
me
who's
know if you
under
can hear
pressure
that okay,
immediately.
yeah.
There are 4 Luton players around him, and Job manages to find O'Nien. Forwards to Sirkin, closed down by Victor Moses. To Mundle, with the ball
Thanks for
stabbed
the,
out
3
by
subscribers there, thank
Hashioka.
you.
Well done, Job. Excellent
Hashioka, the
retention of
one
the ball.
Luton change in the centre of defence. Sirkin into Neil, and Clark went crashing into Neil. Then just a little reminder that he's here and around. As away goes Isidore. Clark on his shoulder. He's rolled it a little bit too hard. Has it to the goal line. Mundle's kept it
Cheers,
in.
Ian.
Gets into the box. Pulls it back across the face of goal.
Oh, he's going to score!
Oh, somehow Isidore on his back. The ball span up off his boot, but it wouldn't go in the net.
How did
From
that
our angle,
not go
looked
in?
like it was going to go in, but it just hung in the air for a second and somehow would not drop into the goal.
Great play by Mundle.
He did well to get on the end of the ball,
Thanks, Ian, mate.
keep it
Thank
in.
you.
That's twice in this opening 3 minutes they've got into the Luton penalty area.
And Brown tried an unbelievable back
Gary
heel.
Bennett
Yeah,
says he should have
and,
scored there, but I'm going to have a
Here
look
now
at the replay here.
is with Mepham. Knocks it away from Elijah Adebayo, comes back through to
It
Mark
wasn't as clear
McGuinness.
cut as what Gary Bennett
The
thought. I think it was the
6'4"
angle he was at.
former Cardiff centre half, spins it down the right wing, looking for Carlton Morris, heading it down in the box for Adebayo, but there's an injury. O'Nien's down, clutching his face.
Yeah.
Morris is having a word with the referee and just
There's gonna be a lot of
away. The referee Tom Kneeled,
I think
saying
there's
that
going
it
to be a
was
lot
a
of
head
that,
injury.
Nick.
Yeah.
Isn't there? You know, they're a little bit direct. You know what you're going to get out of Morris. He's going to put himself about
Jonathan Mark, hello, mate.
the
You
two
alright?
strikers.
And the 2 strikers are now on either side of Tom Neild. Tom Neild, the last game involving Sunderland he refereed was back in November 2021. We're talking 3 years ago at home to Ipswich. Sunderland won 2-0 in League One. And Luke O'Nien's just getting some treatment now around the back of his head. Sitting, crouched with his hands wrapped round the back of his head.
Dougie Stewart, hello, mate. You alright, fella?
Pete Brand, the physio, is
Luke
in
O'Neill's
contact
got a
with the bench
knock to
here.
the head.
Luke
He always gets knocked
blowing
to the
heavily.
Head, Luke O'Neill. He got one at
Obviously
the
took
playoff
quite a
final
knock
against
there,
Charlton
actually.
as well, remember?
Tom Neild stands over him with the ball in his hand, waiting to get the game restarted.
TJ, hello, mate. You okay, fella?
O'Nien still sat.
Yeah, and you know, one thing's for sure, Nick. Morris will be trying to do it again. He'll put himself about again against
I hope
Luke
Luke
O'Nien,
O'Nien's not too bad.
because what he'll try to do is try to
Sitting
bully
up,
him.
like,
That's what he'll try to do.
he's sitting up, he's got his
Adebayo as well.
head in his
Carlton
hands.
Morris,
Luke
former
O'Nien at the
Barnsley
moment.
striker. And O'Nien sitting up, asking to be helped up by Mundle now. And just stretching
O'Nien
his neck a little bit.
Subbed because he's stuck with
Facing his
head
hands as he
injuries,
comes to the side of the pitch. Right down below us here, we sit on the gantry here at Kenilworth Road. There'll be a drop ball back to Anthony Patnell in the dark grey and black of the goalkeeping retro kit. And Morris goes to close him down. Patterson leans over slowly and deliberately
O'Nien,
in front of Carlton Morris and picks up the ball. 0-0 in the 6th minute, and Patterson with Morris in front of him, everyone else in the central part of the pitch. The big kick from Patterson, direct as we say, and it bounces right through to Kaminski at the other end. He rolls it out this time to Hashioka. Hashioka to Moses, and Moses spins it up towards Adebayo, who just elbows Neil in the back, and trying to get through the middle is Kraus, but it's defended by Sunderland. Neil's bringing it out, and it crashes into Moses, is picked up by Jordan Clark, into the centre to Chong, who still has that big mop of hair, the Curaçao Dutch midfielder, and now out wide on that left-hand side to Alfie Doughty. Doughty played it back behind him to Tom Holmes, lifts it up into the penalty area, drops eventually for Dan Neil, hooks it high in the air. It's brought down by Jordan Clark crashed it against Hashioka, then a push by Mundle on Clark, and it's a free kick to Luton Town, who start the day, or they started the week 17th, of
set
course,
pieces from Luton.
with games being played last night and tonight. The table we won't know
they're
the
wanting to smack
real
that
positions
ball into
until
the box and use their
tomorrow
height
or
and
later
physique
tonight.
to beat us tonight. That's what
Here's
they want
Moses
to do.
on the right-hand side. Sunderland did stay top last night, as it's played across the back by Luton, out to the left-hand side, looking to try and get Holmes away, but it's out for a throw to the home team.
I just think we might get some joy on this left-hand side with Mundle, especially against Moses. The last thing he wants to be doing is running back, chasing.
Yeah. Doughty trying to get away on that far side. Ball goes out again, this time for a Sunderland throw.
You all right? Yeah, I know a lot of
Alfie
people thought
Doughty's been here 2 years now. He's on
including
4 yellow
me,
cards
it's
like Trey
not
Hume, so
7.5.
whether like Trey Hume he's trying to manage his games. Trey Hume's done that successfully for the last few weeks.
Thanks for the 2 subscribers there, thank you very much.
Here's Hume, plays the ball up onto the foot of the German Kraus, who's on loan from Mainz. Jordan Clark heading it on, looking for Morris. Now Adebayo in the penalty area, and he's offside.
Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed,
make no mistake about it, he's 6'4", he's big, and he's going to use his bodily strength.
Get 100 likes before full time.
Definitely.
Much appreciated.
You know, it's something which we've got to deal with.
So here is Anthony Patterson passing the ball out through the middle to Alan Brown at the edge of the area. Back to Mepham. Adebayo's on his case straight away. Hume's tackled by Chong. Chong down the left of the penalty area, trying to get round Hume, who blocks him, and then lunges in on a tackle on Holmes. And referees had to rush down quickly here because Holmes is down injured. Hume has made himself.
Is it Chong?
Oh, sorry, Chong, is it? Yeah, it's Chong.
Luton are going to try their best to get
himself
free kick after free
far
kick
away
after
from the
free
referee as
kick.
possible.
And starting to do that
we
already.
can't afford to lose the ball there, because
can,
every
Matty
opportunity
Collins,
to get, you know what's going to happen. They're going to put it in the box. If they don't win the first one, they're going to try to get the second one. So we've got to make sure we react.
That's exactly what Luton
Chong's sitting, getting treatment now. Another stoppage.
And they wanted to get the set pieces
9 minutes on the clock. Luton Town 0, Sunderland 0. Live on BBC Radio Newcastle. Here the Sunderland fans away to our right. I think the allocation was 1,735, and they are all in good voice.
That's funny.
Chong just stretching his right leg, just exercising that. The free kick will be right on the edge of the penalty area, a yard or so from the goal line.
And this is exactly what Luton are doing. If they're going to score, they'll score.
We've got to make sure we stay tight here, no free headers.
From their free kicks. Ian Curry will be
we
right
know
back.
The main targets are who they're going to be looking for, the likes of McGuinness, Adebayo, Morris. They're the main headers of the ball.
Chong's got up on his feet, doesn't look entirely comfortable. Unlike Hull, Luton they're keeping 2 defenders back out here. Victor Moses is the deepest, just in front of the centre circle. Kraus is the other in the D. The free kick from just at the left of the penalty area. Mundle's a one-man wall, and of course Adebayo and Morris are both there in the throng on the 6-yard line. Hashioka and McGuinness, all the big men are in there. Tom Holmes, and there's a little bit of pushing and shoving going on, and they're waiting for Tom Neal to blow so the free kick can be taken. And here it is, it's dinked across the pitch, looking for Morris. It's somehow clawed away by Patterson, headed back in by Kraus. Morris hooks it back in again, straight to Patterson at the near post.
Well defended.
Alvaro Lewis Santos.
Well done, Patterson.
I don't think so.
And they dealt with that adeptly. The ball rolled out to Sirkin on this left-hand side. Sirkin slipped it inside to Dan Neal in the middle of the Sunderland half. He plays it across to Trey Hume. Chong walking down the touchline, waiting to come back on for Luton. Mepham across to O'Nien. O'Nien out to Sirkin. Sirkin back to O'Nien, short to Dan Neal, who plays it back to O'Nien, and now to Sirkin again on this left side. It's put out by Moses. Right down below us here for a throw. Sirkin back to Luke O'Nien on the left. Morris goes to close him down. O'Nien hooks it up to the halfway line. McGuinness, a strong header for Morris to flick on through for Adebayo, who's on the shoulder of Mepham, who strongly held him off. And it went back through to Patterson to get clear. Brown lets it roll to Isidore. He felt he was fouled, or there was a foul on Isidore Brown, but the referees ignored him. And Holmes plays it down the wing to Chong. Chong taking on Hume here. Hume backing away down the left of the penalty area. The cross blocked by Hume, drops for Dan Neil. Adebayo is on his shoulder. He's brought the ball to Job, and Job will bring this out. And he's got Kraus on his shoulder, plays it back to O'Nien. He sweeps it up towards the halfway line. McGuinness gets onto this, heads it onto Moses, who's flicked it immediately through, looking for Morris. O'Nien stretches, brings it down for Mepham, who passes it across to the right to Hume. Chong goes to close him down. Hume whips the ball up towards Isidore. It drops over his shoulder into the path of Hashioka. And he leaves it now for McGuinness, out to Kraus, and then to Jordan Clark, signed from Accrington Stanley 4 years ago, Jordan Clark. Clark again on the halfway line for Luton Town. 13th minute, Luton 0, Sunderland 0. Back to Tom Holmes for Reading centre-half, signed in the summer, having spent the last half of last season on loan here. And it's kept from going for a corner by Hume, sliding in as the ball was played into the penalty area, and it's a throw to Luton. Adebayo leaves for Alfie Doughty. Doughty back to Holmes.
You've seen a red card,
back to Clark. He whips the ball in the box. Morris trying to claw his way away from O'Nien, but the ball went straight through to Anthony Patterson.
Is there a red card, Matty, or should there have been a red card?
Strolling into the penalty area. Morris trying to close down Patterson's kick.
Yeah, well, I do a bit of the... I've got the
floor and he's kicked it out
in the background.
Over the
me doing the
Luton dugout, which is below. The dugouts are below the gantry here. As Hashioka
I've got to have a
pulls the ball forwards to Clark, out wide to Moses, and
make it a watch along as well.
Then to Morris, as you'd expect. Adebayo cleared by Sirkin. Moses with Mundle, and also on his shoulders Kraus, and the throw goes Luton's way.
Who's the red card to, Matt? You
back to Hashioka.
Sounds like Sunderland fans being on a high all day, I would say.
In the
Millwall
centre circle.
Plymouth.
BBC Radio Newcastle, 14 minutes played, 0-0. Doughty taking on Hume. Hume gets in front of him. Good tackle. It's a throw though to Luton. There's a lot of pressure coming from Luton. Adebayo again held off by Hume, pushed over by the Luton striker, and Mepham has to... Well, the ball hadn't gone out of play. There was no free kick. In the end, Mepham managed to kick the ball away. The referee was coming in just in case it actually got a little bit feisty. And here it is on the goal line again. Hume kicking it out through Mepham. Drops though at the edge of the area for Jordan Clark. He's fouled, says the referee, by Rigg, who has just caught. And the referee's given Luton the free kick.
Here we go again, another free kick.
They're trying to keep up this pressure, this intensity what they're playing at.
Yeah.
And we've got to weather the storm.
Thanks for the 3 subscribers there, thank you.
There were legs everywhere in that move. And they have to defend another set piece. Doughty will take the free kick.
And I think you've got to get that feeling as well. The referee is not going to give free quick kicks easily.
No. Any little pushes and shoves he's letting go.
They're trying their best to get free kicks, and they're getting free kicks in dangerous areas as well.
Caught him. I don't think there's anything more than that.
That's what their plan is. I keep on saying this. We've got to stop trying to foul these Luton players, because that's what they want.
So here's Doughty then with his free kick from a yard or two outside the angle of the penalty area. He sweeps it out, much to the jeers of the Sunderland fans down to our right. Straight out from Doughty for a goal kick to Sunderland.
Yeah, like we keep saying, Nick, we've just got to weather the storm, and hopefully slowly but surely we play ourselves into the game, and our bit of quality will go on and win the game.
So O'Nien has the ball at his feet on the 6-yard line.
Don't give him any opportunities.
Morris and Adebayo lurk on the 18-yard line. O'Nien kicks out. On the far side, straight out into touch. Throw to Luton. Doughty takes it back to Holmes. Tom Holmes on the halfway line wide, and he will play it back to McGuinness.
Luton on 9.
Mark McGuinness. Back out to the wing. Holmes down the line to Doughty, Chong and Adebayo making runs on forwards, but Hume's knock the ball out again for another throw to Luton. And Sunderland, despite getting into the Luton penalty area twice in the opening 2 minutes, now can't get out of their own half, as Luton are keeping them pegged back inside their half of the field. And another long ball played up from halfway, looking for Morris, but headed away by Mepham. And Adebayo's all over Hume, and it's a free kick to Sunderland.
Well done, Trey Hume. Won the foul there.
Adebayo's definitely a nightmare.
17 minutes played, and I'd say the last 15 minutes have been played in front of us.
It'll settle down. It just, that's what we're saying, weather the storm.
Mepham's going to take the free kick. Back it goes to Patterson. Plays it out to O'Nien, and then forwards to Joe, but it's broken though for Jordan Clark. Got caught on the ankle, an advantage played by the referee. Chong at the edge of the penalty area, Clark picking himself up. The ball played back to Doughty, blocked by Rigg as he tried to drive it forwards. Doughty, and it's another throw to Luton on the far side. Luton's throw back to McGuinness, out to Doughty again, and Doughty inside on the halfway line to Jordan Clark, and across to Hashioka here. Closed down by Mundle, out to Moses. Moses whips it, looking for Adebayo forwards, but O'Nien cut it out. He's going to work hard to get it back again now to Patterson. Adebayo just
we have
waiting
Jonathan
for a mistake.
weather in the storm at the minute.
Out to Neil. Adebayo again barges into Dan Neil. The ball comes to Tom Holmes, into the centre to Clark, and Clark now down the right to Victor Moses at the angle of the penalty area on the right, straight into the stomach of Carlton Morris, and he turns and drives it an inch wide at the foot of the post.
And we've just seen again, Nick, he's not going to give free kicks.
No.
You know, there's Dan Neil complaining to him. He's not going to give it.
That was a smart turn by Morris.
Yeah, we've seen it 3 or 4 occasions already. He's just saying, get on with the game.
Morris, who scored 3 goals in his last 2 games, so he's on a streak, in inverted commas. As
don't lose
Brown
it there.
Tries to turn the ball forwards. It breaks this time for Dan Neil in the Sunderland half, but he plays it straight up to Hashioka. Comes off him for Isidore, who plays it down the left of the area to Mundle. Mundle's taking it into the box, trying to dribble through, pulls it back to Job. Job shoots, but it's a foot wide. Corner. It took a deflection. Corner. It's another Sunderland corner.
And you've got to say, when we do go forward, Nick, we do look a threat.
Well, it was worth the effort from Job. It certainly opened up for him
then.
Need
to man
you can see what he's trying to do.
Certainly do.
He was trying to curl it in the bottom corner. Mundle had run into, basically they had 3 players back to prevent Mundle.
But where do we get our
box.
success from? Down this left hand side again.
Yeah.
Mundle.
Corner then again from the right. Sunderland's second corner. The last came some 17 minutes ago. Brown then on the right hand side in the 20th minute now. It's 0-0 away at the town end, the town centre end of Luton.
Games are still 0-0 music,
Road. And referees having a word with a bit of pushing going on in the penalty area. Brown step back to the advertising hoarding, which is about 6 inches from the touchline. There's no space
from
here.
Australia. Hope you're well, mate.
It's very, very tight. Brown then whips this one in. It's headed in the air, or punched in the air by Kaminski. There was a foul, says the referee. And a free kick to Luton. Their opening game of the season, I think, came as quite a surprise to everybody, because it was against Burnley, and everybody thought that the 2 relegated teams, it would be Luton probably going to get the ascendancy. They were thrashed by Burnley 4-1 that night.
Indeed.
Dragon Hunters, hello, music by RE1, hello.
So start.
244.
They've lost 5
hello, how you doing?
of their 10 games. Doughty again on the left.
Would you lot be happy with a point
Ball
tonight then?
Up by Hume into the upper tier of the old stand on the far side. Doughty will take the throw again. 20-odd yards from the corner on the left. Jordan Clark back to Doughty, comes down for Chong, and then hooked away in the penalty area by Dan Neil. Job has jogged out to try and help Isidore, but Isidore couldn't get properly on the ball, swept back up into the Sunderland area and cleared. This time Isidore gets his foot on it for Jobe to pass to Rigg, but then he's surrounded by Luton players, and Luton have the possession back with Doughty on the far side. He rolls it inside to Clark. Clark now swinging it across to Moses on the right here, takes it on his chest, plays it back to Hashioka. Mundle goes to close him down, but it's rolled back to Kaminski in light blue, the Belgian who won a cap against the Republic of Ireland in March this year, his first Belgium cap for the 31-year-old. And now out to Holmes on the left-hand side. Back to McGuinness at the edge of the Luton penalty area. Back across to Holmes on that left-hand side. Doughty on the wing. Rigg goes to close him down. Back to the goalkeeper. And Kaminski will play this up, looking for Adebayo. Backing in to Mepham. And the flag's up for offside. Below us, right below us here. And we're sitting halfway inside the Sunderland half. Looking down from 20 feet. Sirkin here on the left, back to O'Nien. Neil in the middle, back to Patterson. And Patterson foot on the ball. Adebayo goes to close him down. The ball played right up through the middle, straight back to Kaminski at the other end, who's well outside his penalty area in the middle of the Luton half. And he will kick down the right, looking for Morris, battling with O'Nien. He gets the head on it, through into the penalty area, looking for Adebayo, but Patterson was there to scoop the ball up. Slides past Brown, a bit fortuitous, but it's run for Rigg. Rigg now, it's opened up a little bit for him. He's played it across to Mundle, edge of the penalty area. Mundle on his left is blocked though by Moses. It's dropped though for Brown, and Brown now looks up and plays it back into the centre to Dan Neil. Neil rolling it out to Rigg on the right. Humes made a run. Doughty's got in front of Rigg, gets the ball off him and plays it inside in the penalty area to Chong, and then Clark, and back to Doughty. And Doughty again flights one up looking for Morris, and Mepham gets above him, heads it on to Hume, and back to Sirkin in the middle of the Sunderland half. Pushes it on ahead of him, Brown. Brown then to Sirkin again. Sirkin on the halfway line, plays it behind him to Brown, and Brown swings it over to the far side behind Hume, who can't keep it in. Oh, he does well. He stretched and it rolled down the line. He got back onto it and plays it back to Patterson. He kicks out long again, looking for Isidore, hoping that McGuinness will make a mistake. Hashioka brings it down for McGuinness. Mundle's chasing after it. The goalkeeper comes out, lifts it over Mundle, and Moses keeps it in with his head. Inside is Krause. He's battled with Brown. It comes back to Moses. Krause again on this right-hand side. It's a throw to Luton.
Hello, Ben.
Just
Julian Gonzalez, by the way, we are performing better
half.
than first 10 minutes. Yes, we are kind of happy with
Moses,
the point, but we need
38
to
caps for Nigeria.
Robert Westmoreland, top
plays
of the league.
it back
cannot be
to Jordan Clark.
Such a tight league.
Then into the centre circle to Tom Holmes.
Points, please.
Holmes, Chong just ahead of him. Taif Chong did sign eventually for Birmingham after we watched him on loan there from Manchester United. And he wins a corner off Dan Neil. It's a first Luton Town corner. Doughty goes down to take it. Again, two men back, Moses and Krause. Chong's come back out as well, actually, this time to the back of the D. All the centre halves are in the penalty area. Adebayo and Morris. Clark's in the 6-yard box.
Isidore's in there.
Isidore's making a nuisance of himself, or trying to, as Doughty swings this in with his left foot, and it's headed goalwards by McGuinness, and Patterson leaps and gets a hand to it. Does he? It does. Yeah. Just tipped it away from the angle for another corner. It did hit the woodwork as well. I think that was why Sunderland were trying to break, thinking it came off the woodwork. But it was off Patterson. And another corner from the left-hand side. The 27th minute. Doughty again is going to take this, still 0-0. As Doughty again with his left then swings it up towards Morris. It comes down in a huddle of players. Hume is appealing for the goal kick, but the referee's given the corner again. Dan Neil's not happy about it. He's screaming at the referee. Mark McGuinness has got a gripe as well with the referee. Doughty's coming down to this right-hand side now to take this third Luton corner. The stand in which the Sunderland fans are housed is sort of staggered. It's got like step to the roof of the stand from the height of the main stand, then down to a lower stand roof, and then the main stand roof as the ball whipped in again by the left foot, headed down by Morris on there, eventually onto the roof of the net. Another corner.
Just set piece after set piece after set piece.
It seems like it's relentless corners at the moment.
Well, you know, set pieces. That's what they play on, don't they? But you just gotta keep defending them. That's what we've got to do.
Hey Gary, stop copying us,
Doughty
man.
again. He's had to run across the pitch to take this one from the Luton left.
312 now.
Just
watching.
concentrate.
Wow, thanks. Hit that subscribe button if you're new.
Again, there's a whole huddle of players. The referee's now striding into the 6-yard box
before
and having a word with Mundle. Strong word with Romain Mundle, who waves his right arm away at him.
You've just got to be careful.
It's just corner after corner after corner,
do.
free kick after free kick
Just
after
be
free
careful.
kick all the time. Thanks for the subscribe.
Doughty then,
thank you.
Whipped in again here, headed away by Mepham. And Doughty will try and get onto this before Rigg does, and he does. Stabs it back to Chong. And Chong clips one into the box again. Hume heads it out. Patterson came out behind him, and it's gone for another corner.
Surely Luton
It's
can't
a bit
keep
like
this
the Alamo at
intensity
the moment.
for much longer.
Yeah.
Says Philip.
Carlton Morris trying to whip up the home fans.
They will, Philip, if they just kick
Doughty
it in corners
again down in that left corner.
They'll be
Concentrate,
happy.
boys.
They don't use much energy doing that, but this is what
Groups of
Luton
players
do.
just manhandling each other.
Corner after corner. That's what they
Neil's
did in the
wrestling
playoffs
with
against
Holmes.
us.
Here's Doughty's ball in again, headed up by Sirkin this time, and then Brown. Isidore heads it out, comes out to Kraus, and he played it onto Mundle, but it crashed up in for Chong, and Doughty on the left. He's fouled by Rigg, who gets a yellow card.
See, another free kick
on the touchline on the far side.
This is when you're looking for your experienced players, Nick. You know, we are under a little bit of pressure. What we don't want to do is add to it.
They're inviting us.
You know, again, we weren't causing us a problem. We're just going to go out there and stand up. We're diving in and giving away a free kick, and then it puts us under pressure again.
So a yellow card from Rigg, a free kick for Luton. We're coming up to the half hour, 0-0. Isidore is the one-man wall.
That's what they're doing.
Just at the edge of the penalty area on the left. The free kick is a yard in from touch, about 23 yards from the corner.
Not barely touched them.
More pushing going on in the
but they're going to go and try and go for the red card again. They're going to try and get a player sent off.
Players jockeying for position. Doughty whips this in. It hangs at the far post. It's headed by Mepham out to the left here and out for a throw to Luton.
But it's been all Luton mostly, but only set pieces. That's not past the ball or out
so
like
they
that.
Stood up well so far, Sunderland, to this Luton assault. It's another throw
is, Tony. Brilliant. Thanks, man.
From the right for Luton, which will be taken by Victor Moses. And Morris comes across.
Yeah, Carrie, I'm not allowed to
Jordan
let the
Clark worked in
play
space back out to Moses on the touchline. Mundle in front of him. He slips it inside to Clark. Gets in front of Mundle. The ball goes into the area to be cleared by Brown for another throw.
So I've got to do a bit of banter
down
as
this right-hand side, some 20 yards from the corner. It comes back to Hashioka, and he plays it into the middle, the centre circle to Mark McGuinness. McGuinness across to the left to Doughty. Up goes Hume with him. And now it's nodded down by Adebayo to Chong, and Chong to Adebayo, and Adebayo plays it back behind him. Doughty down the line then to Chong, and Chong flicks it through past Adebayo behind for finally for a goal kick.
Well done.
But you and I both said at Hull on Saturday, when Sunderland were enjoying all that possession against Hull, that's when you've got to make it count.
Luton aren't making it count.
Sunderland are keeping them out. It's 0-0. They will get their time.
They'll get frustrated, Luton. They'll get frustrated.
That's what I've got to do.
Patterson then left arm raised, ball in the middle of the 6-yard line. The centre-backs push out, as does Hume, and it'll be a kick from Anthony Patterson in the 32nd minute floats up over halfway, down the left. Joe gets his foot on it beside Moses. Clark tried to head it on. It's back out for another Luton throw, but deep in the Luton half. Drops for Hashioka. Plays it up to the halfway line. Mepham heads it on. So does Joe.
Offside.
The flag's up. Free kick to Luton, who are away at Coventry on Saturday.
Away the lads.
And Kaminsky.
Why do we always blame the ref?
He kicks the free kick quickly, straight onto the chest of Luke O'Nien to Sirkin. And O'Nien out to Sirkin on the left. He's closed down by Moses, gets the ball inside. Clark heads it off Joe, but it drops for Brown. Spins high in the air. Hashioka heads it on straight to Sirkin. He does well to hold off Kraus. And then eventually he's fouled. We'll see the ball goes out for a throw, but the referee, I think, has given the free kick, hasn't he?
Yeah.
For the push on Sirkin.
The goalkeeper's gone down.
Thanks for the 3 subscribers, thank you.
Patterson's gone down here. I'm not quite sure.
Just to break it up,
break it up, isn't
done.
it? It's clearly to
get a breather.
Yeah, give everybody a break. Players all come across to the dugouts. Chong's having a long conversation.
Yeah, Alvaro's always posting goal. But if you want to
Trey
do
Hume
that,
now
if
is
he's happy
pointing
doing
towards
that,
the
leave him
dugouts
alone.
about
It's not
something
doing
and
any
having a
harm.
conversation.
We'll
and pointing
soon know
back
if there's a
towards
goal or
the
not.
Sunderland penalty area. Hume
Luton looking dangerous.
carries on his conversation with himself, basically.
They
I
are.
think.
They're just getting set pieces all the time.
Patterson's line just
like
having his
bonus.
right
Why
leg
exactly
flexed.
did he transfer Clark?
And
He wanted the Premier League. He wanted the money.
From that onslaught he's had to endure. The referees come back to see what the issue is. Dan Neil walking back onto the pitch with Alan Brown. Anthony Patterson's helped up, stretches his right leg, and game will resume. Little breather. Sunderland will hope that's broken up that momentum that Luton were trying to build, all those corners and free kicks. And it'll be this free kick to Sunderland on the left-hand side here. Sirkin and O'Nien. O'Nien's going to take the kick. And Sirkin, in fact, taps it to O'Nien. He plays it back to Patterson. Immediately closed down by the 2 strikers. He rolls it out to Dan Neil through the middle. Plays it to O'Nien here on the break, up to the halfway line. Slips it to Mundle, out to the left to Sirkin, back to O'Nien. He's done well here to deftly move the ball away from the advancing defenders and finds Isidore. And then Job in the middle to Mundle, to Sirkin. Sirkin trying to find Isidore, but it goes straight to Holmes. And he sweeps it up the pitch, looking for Adebayo on the left-hand side, and it's gone out for a throw to Sunderland. 35th minute, Luton Town 0, Sunderland 0, live on BBC Radio Newcastle. Ball comes back to Patterson. He rolls it to O'Nien. O'Nien out to the left here, and on the touchline, claims for a Luton throw from Morris, which are given. Back to Hashioka. Hashioka now just inside the Sunderland half to Clark, and now Holmes in the centre circle, and back to Clark just to his right, and he lifts it up, looking for Adebayo, over him, over Mepham, and behind for a goal kick. Well, the sting's been taken out of Luton.
Yeah, and they're getting a little bit frustrated now.
Sunderlanders have sort of got the measure of it now. They've got the ball back and had that little break. It's brought a halt to that string of attacks from Luton, and they've kept a clean sheet. It's 0-0. Can they spring a surprise at the other end? That's the question. Here's the kick from Patterson, swings out to the right. Hume keeps it in, lifts it over Chong onto the chest of Brown. Stabbed away though by Doughty, and then a block by Chong as Hume tried to clear it down the line. It's a throw to Sunderland again. And this is halfway inside their own half. Hume back to the corner of his own penalty area to Mepham, back to Patterson again. Adebayo goes to close him down. Patterson kicks it clear up towards Isidore, spins past him and McGuinness. Back for Alfie Doughty to play across the pitch to Hashioka and out wide to Moses. Sirkin goes chasing after him. The ball played back to Hashioka, and he rolls it back to the goalkeeper, who clears straight away. First time ball up to Morris, who chests it straight to Job. And Job, having to work hard with Krause on his shoulder, gets it back to Patterson. Patterson quickly out to Hume on the far side, on the touchline, down the line, looking for the run of Brown. Holmes gets in front of him, gets the ball to Doughty. Rigg trying to get onto Doughty. Doughty turns and plays it up to the halfway line. Mepham gets round Adebayo. Hume forwards now to Alan Brown, who's get a shoulder barge from Doughty. The ball won back by Luton. Doughty gets it to Chong. Chong on halfway. Rigg gets in front of him. Chong turns, plays it just behind him to Clark. And Clark on halfway, forwards to Alan Brown. Brown now, sorry, not Brown, to Krause, and back to Hashioka. On the halfway line, McGuinness sweeps one down the left. Doughty, he's got to get the ball down for Chong. Chong now, Brown in front of him, and Chong plays it to Krause. Krause through to Morris at the edge of the area, who lays it back off to Hashioka. Down the right here to Moses. Moses trying to get round Mundle and Sirkin. Lays it off on the right to Hashioka, who crosses, and a great header from Mepham to get it off the top of Adebayo, but he got
back of the head.
A knock in the back of the head. Quite
great
clearly.
Header. It's a great header.
The referee stopped it immediately.
Yeah. Great
Mepham
defending again by Chris
Mepham.
Mepham.
Straight up to get there ahead of Adebayo, and literally ahead.
Yeah. Clash of heads.
Yeah, and he's receiving treatment now. And Morris again is having a word with the referee. Dan Neal standing aside them. But Mepham, I think, yeah, is sitting up. Is just obscured at the moment by Patterson and O'Neill. They're sitting up, and he looks to be all right. Helped up Mepham in the 39th minute now. Luton Town 0, Sunderland 0. They've had a 0-0 already this season. I'm not saying it's going to end 0-0, but they drew their second game at Portsmouth. Luton 0-0. Mepham's okay, just rubbing the back of his head as he strides off to the side of the pitch on the far side.
Yeah, get a massive speedy recovery, Alan, and best wishes, mate, from the Maccabi and all the viewers.
Going to be a drop ball for Anthony Patterson.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
Picks it up in front of Morris, who
small steps,
runs into him.
Small steps, but well
Patterson
done, mate.
just walking out to the edge of the penalty area. Morris stationed at the edge of the D. Patterson frustrating the home crowd, and finally kicks it high in the air, disappears in the night sky.
Brown's not
Where is it?
good today,
There it is. Bounces down in front of Alan Brown. Brown tries to leap and head it again, but it's put back up into the Sunderland half by Krause, now with Chong, and across on the far side to Doughty. Back to Holmes. Holmes across here now to Hashioka. Hashioka to Moses. Back to Hashioka. And the Japanese international has been capped 9 times, the 25-year-old. Up to Morris, heads it into the penalty area, but Mepham takes it on his chest and calmly plays it out for a throw on the far side. Quickly taken throw by Luton in their orange tops with the white stripe, vertical stripe down the left, and is swept into the penalty area and headed away by Sirkin, down to Moses. Back here at the edge of the area to Krause. He chips one to the far post. Hume heads it in the air. Chong's going for it. O'Neill heads it down, and Neal then heads it down and hooks it away for another throw to Luton on the far side. And we're going through that cycle again from Luton Town as they try and work it forwards on the left-hand side. Comes to Clark, drives it into the penalty area. Mepham hooks it away from Morris, and it's headed on again by Krause. Hooked away by Sirkin this time. Up towards Isidore. He's done well to hold it up, and he's laid it off to Rigg on the right-hand side, who's trying to find Isidore again down the right wing. McGuinness has gone with him and then pushes Isidore over by the looks of things, but neither official give a free kick.
You're not going to get it, Nick.
No. Isidore picks himself up, play goes on, and the ball's with Hashioka and out to Moses on the right-hand side. As he pauses and plays it inside to Clark. Clark up to the halfway line. Job goes to close him down. Chong on halfway, brings this forwards down the left-hand side, lays it off to Holmes, down to Doughty, back to Holmes, just inside the Sunderland half, and now with Chong again.
There's a battle going on between Morris and Mepham off the ball.
Yeah,
something's happening there.
Morris tried to trip him up then. Mepham has to keep looking behind to see what Morris is doing. The ball comes back to Kaminski. Morris has jogged back into the centre circle. The ball's played up towards Adebayo. Luke O'Nien trying to get the ball clear, and now Sirkin. It's with Moses though. Moses to Morris, who flicks it back to Moses in the middle. He whips it out to the left wing to Doughty. Hume goes with him. Doughty flicks it back inside and then turns it into Chong, who's trying to get it back to Doughty, but it will roll behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, Chris Mepham and Morris are having a right.
And the referee's going to have a word.
Each other. The referee's pulled them both. Look,
he's had a word with Mepham and with
because Morris is tugging him and pulling him and poking him off the ball. There's a lot of off the ball incidents going on at the moment. He's trying to bully him.
The referee's had a word with Morris then as he jogged back.
He's getting frustrated, didn't he?
Kick, yeah.
That's what it's happening.
Morris goes to close Mepham's pass down out to Hume, on to Rigg. What a lovely jink past Doughty by Rigg, and then he flicks the ball back inside to Neil, and Neil across to Job here. Job works a bit of space away from Adebayo and plays it across to Hume on the halfway line on the right hand side and out wide to Rigg. Rigg back to Hume, back here to Mepham again, and then to O'Nien, and O'Nien to his left to Mundle. Mundle cutting inside, looking at Isidore, but it's a poor pass, easily cut out by Clark, and Clark now trying to find a ball through for Adebayo, who's just nudged down off the ball by O'Nien. It's come back to Mepham, through to Neil, out to the left to Sirkin. Sirkin blocked by Moses for a throw to Sunderland on this left-hand side. So 0-0, 44th minute. I think we'll have a good few minutes added on actually for the stoppages. Been a few, not lengthy, but long enough to ensure at least a 3 or 4 minute. I'd have thought a very strong block.
We nearly got a header there.
You nearly got your head on the end of that. And don't fall over the gantry, by the way. And a throw which Sirkin will take on this left side, halfway inside the Sunderland half. Down the line, Isidore beaten by Hashioka. It's loose. Holmes cuts across in front of Mundle, swings it down the line. It's gone out for another Sunderland throw. This a third of the way inside the Luton half. Sirkin is going to take this. Job and Neil. O'Nien back down the line. Here it comes to O'Nien.
This is so far, like.
And O'Nien across to Mepham. We played nearly the 45. Hume plays it back to Patterson. Patterson, the edge of his area, closed down by Morris, passing it out to Job, out to Sirkin, whipped away from Adebayo, back to O'Nien. Adebayo just flicks it, but just tried to get on the back of the flick from O'Nien to Patterson, who slips and he's won the free kick. Fouled, says the referee. Patterson.
Got a cheek to
I tell you what, they were brave there, weren't they?
Very brave, because Adebayo was chasing O'Nien back in the 6-yard box. O'Nien was flicking it back to Patterson.
How many minutes did he say?
I didn't see
I missed it.
I missed
5
as well. Was it 5? Was it?
5 minutes.
Expected as much. Yeah, there you are. It's on the board now. We're in the first of those 5 minutes, and it's still 0-0.
Just need 6 more to hit the 100
Patterson's
likes.
going to take the free kick.
Subscribe button if you're new, please.
Everybody heading upfield.
Another subscriber there, thank you.
4.5 minutes of the first half left. Patterson with the kick, drives this away down the left. Job's got his eye on it. It's Hashioka.
Burnley.
Hashioka. It comes down for
back.
Neil. Adebayo just barges through Neil. No
That's
free
a
kick
foul.
given.
He's barged him in the back. I know he's made one or two things, but that is a foul.
He's just letting them go.
Yeah.
Back it comes to Patterson at the edge of the area.
Foul,
4 minutes left. Patterson clears. Morris was closing
Connor
down.
Thompson says
Krause comes down from his head to
Clark.
Clark, hooks it up. O'Nien on this left side, drives it off Moses. It'll go out for a Sunderland throw. Well, it's definitely a Sunderland throw now because it's headed out by Hashioka further up the field. Halfway inside the Luton half. Job back to O'Nien. O'Nien back to Mepham in the middle of the Sunderland half. Morris went to close him down. Hume plays it down the wing. Brown beaten to it by Holmes. Doughty's picked it up, slips it in the middle to Kraus, then to Moses. Moses back to Hashioka, and Hashioka drives it upfield, right up to Anthony Patterson at the edge of the Sunderland penalty area. He picks the ball up again, teases Morris again. It picks it up just as Morris gets to him. And we've played 2 minutes now of the minimum 5 at the end of this first half. Patterson's kick, out again into the stand on the far side. Hooked it out with his left foot. Throw quickly taken by Luton. It's knocked on by Doughty. It's cleared by Sunderland. It bounces down here on the Luton right, and Moses gets it back to Hashioka. Hashioka across to McGuinness, and McGuinness back to Hashioka. Hashioka taking on Mundle and then laying it off to Moses. And Moses is still back in the Luton half. Plays it back to the edge of the D, where McGuinness takes it away from the advancing Isidore to Holmes, now to Doughty. First time ball hooked on to Morris. Then Chong just behind him on halfway, and Clark. And Clark now taking this through the middle. Chong out to the left to Doughty. 3 minutes played of the 5. Really? It's swept into the penalty area, bounces over Sirkin. Moses keeps it in on this right hand side, and Moses back here to Hashioka, and he will curl one into the penalty area. O'Nien heads it out for another Luton corner. They've got to see this out now. We're in the 49th minute. Doughty down to take the 6th Luton corner on the left-hand side. And
concentration, Nick.
Again, they're all in a little huddle around the back of the penalty area. All the big men of Luton, Hashioka and Clark in the 6-yard box. The referee's walked into the middle of that.
Yeah,
Morris again spoken to. He's not very happy about it. He's got a bit indignant. He's just ploughing his way up towards the 6-yard line with Dan Neil going with him, and now forcing himself back into that little group. And now the corner from the left. It's headed goalwards by Hashioka, and Morris scores.
Offside.
But the flag's surely offside. Yes. Morris had run into an offside position from Hashioka's header down, and the goal doesn't count. Morris isn't happy at all, but he was offside. He got into an offside position when the ball landed on Hashioka.
You've got to say that the delivery from Doughty from the corners are very, very good, aren't they? Yeah. You know, but yeah, he's in an offside position there. He's peeled round the back.
So free kick to Sunderland. It's still 0-0. Seconds left of the first half. Hashioka heads the ball up the halfway line from Patterson's kick, and Sirkin hauls Morris down. And the referee has to get across here quickly because there's a bit of pushing. And Job and Morris come away together. Morris just trying to walk away from it now. And Kaminsky, the goalkeeper, has come out to take the free kick. Sprints out almost up to the halfway line on the right-hand side here. We're into the 6th minute of
getting walked over
time
from the set piece.
at the end of the first half.
Second half, I'd like to see
the free kick for Luton Town on the right. I think he may well blow the referee. Well, it doesn't look like he's going to. The ball headed back into the penalty area now. He does.
He does.
Half-time arrives. 0-0 at the interval. It's not been short of action. It's been a Luton assault basically in the first half, but Sunderland have weathered it. They've done really well.
You know what, Nick? I enjoyed that first 45 minutes. You know the reason why? Because Sunderland, Sunderland stood up to that battle. You know, they've shown us the side which we thought they didn't have, and that was defending set pieces, defending right throughout. If we didn't win the first ball, you know, we would man for man, we went and battled.
All
we
right.
didn't, you know,
Yeah, it was one
we
of their
didn't
players
fall
that
down. We
interfered
stood up
with,
to him,
Patterson.
and we've got to do that in the second half
I think
because
that's what
you've
it
seen
was.
that
He was
Luton,
white,
what
he was
they want
well
to do,
offside, and
yes, they want to get the ball forward as quickly as possible, but they want to bully you.
And
That's what they want to do.
That's what the offside was for.
So you've got to stand up and be counted, and I thought that first 45 minutes, I think that's what we have done.
Well, they started really brightly for a couple of minutes. It looked like Sunderland could have actually scored themselves in the first 2 minutes, and then Luton got a stranglehold on the game, in fairness.
Yeah.
6 corners and
The intensity,
set pieces, throws.
Set pieces, yes. But when you look over the 45 minutes, Nick, who's had the better chances?
Cheers for the 3 subscribers again.
Sunderland.
Thank you.
And as the game goes on, they won't be able to keep up that tempo. You know, our little bit of quality will show, and hopefully we'll go on and make it happen.
According to the statistics that have just come up on the board, the screen in front of us, aerial duels won 63% Luton, 27% Sunderland.
Yeah.
So you can see where the ball's spending a lot of the time.
In the air. I feel sorry for the ball. Simple as that. But no, yeah, listen, we know what Luton's all about. You know, they're a team who haven't started the season very well. They've got a good result at the weekend. Yeah, they tried to start on the front foot, play with a high intensity, put Sunderland under a lot of pressure, and hopefully they thought that we were going to crumble. We haven't done.
The thingy there, because of the music, I'll just mute that. Desktop audio, so I can't have any music getting played. Thanks for the subscriber. Thank you. And 106 likes. Thank you. The big men can't keep the pace for 90 minutes. The trouble is, Matty, because they're just getting set piece after set piece, they're not really... It's not as if they're running and running and running and they're creating moves and tiring themselves out. It's just all set pieces. Corners, free kicks, you know, not using much energy. Oh, pundits as always buys. Pundits are bad. Fernie, you guys well off tonight. Yeah, we're getting bullied. They're using the free kicks, Fernie, as they always do. Hopefully we'll get a better second half from us. Right, no idea how we can turn this round. Right then, we're going to have a look now on... see what the social medias have been saying. So 1,344 Sunderland fans have made the 500-mile, 9-hour round trip to Luton for this Wednesday evening's game. Surely a few of them will be probably getting a hotel tonight, I would say. I don't know. So here's the thoughts on the first half. Alan says, we are getting bullied all over the park. We need to start kicking them right up a height. James Douthwaite says, to say we've been under the cosh would be putting it extraordinarily lightly. We've been dismal, and Regis needs to have some stern words. Save for that line or we'd be 1-0 down. Dave says, terrible. This playing out from the back when we are being pressed as hard as we are is heart in mouth stuff. Tony Hodgson says Patterson needs to stop kicking it straight out of play. He needs to hit the corners and give Isidore a chance to run the channels and try and win some throw-ins and get us up the pitch and relieve some pressure. Jordan says, I think if we did go up, the game clearly shows that we need at least 7 new starters in that 11. We aren't good enough in possession and can't hold the ball up top. And physically, we've always been very poor. George says, imagine paying for a season ticket to watch that style of football, and it's painful to watch. I think it's on about Luton. Nathan says, although Rigger's quality, he's getting bullied, and there's a good few of them too. Need people with strength like Ballard. Gareth says, poor, very poor defended. Poor, very poor. We've defended well, but no forward play at all. Luton not to be 1-0 down. Are unlucky. Morris was onside. It wasn't the Morris. I think it was the other player that was interfering with play. Ian Brown, final comment I'm going to say is just poor, to be honest. Not sure where Brown playing. Neil needs to start getting involved as they first to everything. Pato distribution is absolutely shocking. So, God, the chat's not impressed or worried about Luton, says Fernie. No, look, they're nothing special. It's just we're just making them look good by just inviting them on, and I don't know. I don't know. Got the sound turned down on Sky. Can't beat Barnsley and Benno. Yeah, but like I say, my apologies if I do talk over and that. Like, it's just I've got to, because I can't just have the commentary on all the time, because it's a bit cheeky, it's a bit naughty. So I've got to talk over it as well. Job has not been impressive tonight. Dortmund says, don't think we're going to be able to wait this one out. Like, need a tactical change or we're going to lose. Don't panic, Mr. Mannering, says Tony. No thanks, says Matty. Elliot Anderson, we have not been bad, but Luton have bullied us, just like we would expect. SJ says, we all knew Luton were going to be like, this isn't a surprise. Judith, right, hello Judith, says, why are they big bullies? Jonathan Mark says, because they get away with it. Judith says, hate seeing bullies. Bradley Gray says, what you hate see Luton. David Graham, we got away with that one before half-time. Should be 1-0 down, but no VAR in the Championship. But like I said, David, I think it was possibly because there was a player offside, but he was interfering with Patterson. It wasn't the guy who scored the goal. It was the player that was interfering with Patterson, which caused the offside. Hopefully Regis, Jim N, hello mate, hopefully Regis Labrie will come up with a solution at half-time to turn this around. Luton have to tire some time. But like I say, if they're using free kick and set pieces, they're not going to tire, because it's if you know, you're not running around as much, are you, when you're just getting free kick after free kick and corner after corner. Predictions not looking good, Cabby. Started well, looking shakes. Yep, I know, shaky, I know. Richard McCoy, how are the lads? The half-time talk will be just what we needed to come out of the second half. Energised and ready to score loads. Herner the Hunter, hello, how you doing? A point is not enough. Points make prizes. They do. Oh, good game, good game. Dougie Stewart, catch them on the break in the second half, fingers crossed. Bradley Gray says, hopefully we'll win. Judith says, what do you think? Can we get a win? And Fernie says, play big clubs like us and it's their cup final. Yeah, it certainly is. It certainly is. They really up the tempo. I'm just going to go for a toilet break now. We'll catch you in a bit. This heat is going on too.
Felt edgy when I went out, and it showed in the first frame when I had a couple of chances really to close it out from 50 in front and didn't. Lost it on the black and just never really settled today.
Oh, it's better.
Hume, Patterson, Mundle, and the substitutes now following suit, as well as the coaching staff head across the pitch, because the dugouts are on this side, away from the dressing rooms in the main stand on the far side. Regis Lebrista zipping up his training top and striding across to the dugout down below us. There's all his coaching staff having to run across the pitch ahead of Sunderland getting the second half underway. No changes to either team at half-time. A few smiles on the faces of the likes of Mike Dodds and Regis Lebrista as they all eventually get across towards the dugouts, and Dan Neil will be able to get the second half underway under the floodlights here in Luton Town, as Dan Neil, back to the Sunderland supporters away to our right, waiting to kick off. Referee looking at his watch, and finally blows. So we're underway for the second 45, and immediately Morris and Adebayo goes sprinting down towards Patterson, who puts the ball out into touch. A throw to Luton, pretty much straight from the kickoff in the second half. Back it comes all the way to their goalkeeper Kaminski, Thomas Kaminski. He kicks over the halfway line, drops to Dan Neil. He skips one attempted tackle by Kraus, tried to get it out to Mundle, but it bounces away from him for another Luton throw. Luton in their orange jerseys with a white vertical stripe down the left-hand side, black shorts and orange socks. Sunderland in their away strip, the white retro kit tonight, white shirts, white shorts, all but Luke O'Nien wearing long sleeves as the ball played through, or they tried to. Luton to Adebayo, cut out by O'Nien. It's a throw to Luton down the right. A minute played at the second half. Moses with the throw, drops to Jordan Clark, back to Hashioka, who's the only change that Luton made at the start of play tonight. Likewise, Sunderland made one change. Brown has come in for Roberts. Isidore trying to put pressure on the Luton keeper, who whips the ball out, and Doughty eventually hooks it out for a throw to Sunderland down this right-hand side. Hume waiting for a ball, gets it, and on halfway, Trey Hume with this throw for Sunderland. He's on 4 yellow cards. Alfie Doughty's on 4 yellow cards. No, I know Hume doesn't want to get a suspension, no doubt, nor does Doughty.
Oh, he's given a foul for that.
Free kick given to Luton. Foul on Clark. And it's free kick. Literally just inside the Sunderland half on the left, and Doughty is going to take it.
Pasta's in now.
Get the goalkeeper to take now. He's leaving it for the goalkeeper.
Come on.
Kaminski comes
Everybody
out.
Say hello to Pasta Alex
to take the free kick and repositions the ball by an inch. And this is 4 or 5 feet in from touch on halfway on the left-hand side. Kaminski then with the kick hangs in the air at the edge of the penalty area and bounces through for Dan Neil.
We've got to push on
the left.
We simply have to
turn away from Holmes, play it out though straight into the path of Clark, who was running through, and Clark now shoots. It's blocked though by Mepham, and Adebayo. What a save by Patterson! Left arm out and palms it over the bar. It looked as though it was going to creep in from Adebayo, but somehow Patterson managed to hook it away.
Made sure he's hooked it over the bar, but Dan Neil, you cannot afford to lose the ball there. You nearly got punished. There's nothing wrong with going long. We don't always have to be pretty.
No. Corner then for Luton from the left-hand side, away to our left as we look down from the broadcast gantry. In it goes, Sirkin got his head on it, drops down again to Kraus,
Sunderland, man. Get a hold of this,
corner, not going to get it, it's a goal kick.
Christ, it's not Barcelona.
So 0-0 still.
Sake.
Great save.
It was a good save,
from
Fernie. It was.
Patterson to palm it over the bar.
You've got to make sure that you're playing the right areas, Nick. You know, you're in the 18-yard box. Sometimes you just got to put your foot through the ball.
So, goal kick with a kick from Patterson, right up through the middle, right back up the other end to Kaminski again. And the Belgian, Isidore, goes to pretend to close him down. Kaminski gets the kick
See,
up
Patterson,
into
why
the
is he just
Sunderland half.
hoofing it
Neil
like
hooks
that,
it
like?
away again, straight to Clark.
He's just
He
hoofed the
finds
ball
Kraus.
straight to their
Kraus
keeper
now
at the
to
other end
Chong,
of the pitch.
and Chong in the middle of the Sunderland half to Kraus, who's laid it off again to Holmes. Plays, said to play it out to Doughty on the left. Down the left again to Chong, closed down by Brown. Crosses, headed away by Mepham. Holmes trying to run onto it, but Hume has hooked it away up to the centre circle. Mark McGuinness heads it on. Sirkin takes it on his chest. Adebayo offside as well.
I think we're going to see Robert soon, Nick.
I don't know if you can see from here, but
I can see they're not Barcelona.
I'm trying to lean over now. I think we're going to see Roberts.
I think in the next 10-15 minutes, I think we're going to get Roberts on.
He's still in the dugout.
Just to give us an outlet,
yeah.
just to ease the pressure at times.
Yeah. So we can't see the touchline below us in the dugout. So I was leaning over then, trying to. Oh, is he? No, he's not. He's still in the dugout. As McGuinness heads it on straight to Rigg, who picked up a yellow card in the first half. Dan Neil in the middle. Jordan Clark went to close him down. Neil back to O'Nien, out to Sirkin on the left-hand side. Down the line to Mundle, on halfway. Hashioka's trying to get the ball off him and pushes the ball out for a throw to Sunderland.
Yeah, because Rigg's already picked up a yellow card. You don't want him to pick another one up.
No.
He's got to be wary of that.
Incidentally, that takes Rigg to 4 yellow cards this season. Now, the ball's been played back to Mepham. He was under a bit of pressure from Morris. He gets it. Oh, he got it out to Hume, but straight to Chong. Chong leaves it for Morris on the left-hand side here, and Morris trying to dribble into the penalty area, but lays it back off to Chong. And Chong now trying to come past Brown. Crosses to the far post. It's too deep. It's headed away by Sirkin. Moses brings it down. Mundle's on his shoulder, and it's laid off to Hashioka. Mundle's gone with the Japanese international. It's played into the penalty area, but be O'Nien to bring it out. He finds Job. Job runs into Holmes, is fouled by the Luton centre half, and it's a free kick to Sunderland. So both Hume and Rigg are on 4 yellow cards. It'll only apply, of course, for Rigg if he plays against Oxford on Saturday. Hume's more pertinently on 4 tonight, as the ball played out here to Trey Hume. He rolls it out now to Isidore, who goes down. He's clutching the back of his knees, but play has gone on, and Chong tries to shoot. It's blocked and ricocheted and drops into the hands of Patterson. He's clutching his left ankle, Isidore. I think it was Mark McGuinness who was on his. There was something off the ball between them.
And they're having a go at the linesman.
And now the Sunderland players, Neil's had to come out and calm his players down, but he's having to come out and have a word with Tom Neil. Neil's looked at Isidore, doesn't want. No, he's finally allowing the physio on. Initially he wasn't going to. So Pete Brand on, Isidore down. Dan Neil's having a strong word with the referees, likewise having a strong word with Dan Neil.
Yeah.
Did you see the replay, have you?
Just seeing the replay
yes, Sunderland, man. Heaven's sake.
So, yet another stoppage. This in the early stages of the second half. We're in the 53rd minute. Live on BBC Radio Newcastle, safc.com. Back tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, with Total Sport. Be picking over the bones of this game here tonight. And before we know it, we'll be talking about it again on Saturday ahead of the game against Oxford United at the Stadium of Light. Coming round quickly at the minute. A break next week without a game, but then the following week they've got Queen's Park Rangers on the Saturday, Preston then on the Tuesday. Isidore gets to his feet. Shakes Rigg's hand and comes out to the side of the pitch, and ball is back with Patterson. It'll be a drop ball.
Surely they're not going to keep this tempo all of the
Carlton
game.
Morris has jogged down to get involved. The referee, I think, is pointing and telling him to step back.
I'm still doing okay. That's my job.
Dark grey and black goalkeeping kit picks the ball up.
R.I.P. Jeff Cates.
In the 54th minute now.
And good
Luton
luck to
Town
Kevin
0,
Phillips
Sunderland
at
0.
PFC Fly.
And Patterson riling the home fans by taking a little bit of time, but his kick is a big one.
Put some air on that, hasn't he?
He has, hasn't he? He's going for the moon. It's headed out by Doughty. It's a throw to Sunderland down the right-hand side, as Hume comes down below us here to take the throw for Sunderland. Isidore's back on. Hume He's got Rigg, or eventually back to Mepham. Adebayo goes to chase him down. Mepham plays it back to Patterson. He passes it out to Sirkin, and it's played long down into the Luton half. Hooked away by Mark McGuinness, has gone wide. The centre-back into the middle here to Brown, but Chong whipped it off his feet. Now Rigg, I thought he might have been offside, but he's still on it in the penalty area. Rigg, still
Get in!
Chris Rigg
Get in!
the box on the left-hand side.
What a goal!
Scores at the 55th minute for Sunderland, and Sunderland lead at Luton by a goal to 0.
Get in!
Great play. I tell you, I thought he lost it. I thought he was going to take a shot first time, but I tell you what, he kept his composure. Fantastic goal by Chris Rigg.
I thought initially he was offside, but the flag stayed down. He took it on into the 6-yard box on the left-hand side. A very neat, concise, accurate finish from Chris Rigg. And Sunderland take the lead.
Brilliant. Tell you what, he had a lot of work to do as well. He's not just gone past one, he's gone past two. Excellent goal.
Came back through.
It's a lovely goal.
In fact, it might have come off Chong,
goal.
actually, which I think is why he's played onside.
It's played towards
and
him.
at the angle of the 6-yard box,
Rigg knocks it back.
He manages to
Puts
turn
inside.
it under Kaminsky into the
Puts
bottom
inside
right
again.
corner.
Tell you what,
Bang.
17.
Incredible.
Unbelievable. No
And
wonder
thankfully,
he's linked with
he
every club
didn't
going.
do anything in the celebrations to get himself a second yellow card. Excellent from Rigg. And that's given Sunderland a 1-0 lead, and now Luton Town on the back foot.
What did I say, Nick? What did we talk about? A little bit of quality.
Yes.
You'll get your noses in front, and that's what we said. They'll get frustrated.
So you can hear the Sunderland fans away to our right, and now they're looking to try and cheer a second as Mundle comes away on the left. Good ball played through the penalty area, maybe a little bit overhit. Rigg puts a thumbs up for it, but it's rolled out for a throw to Luton on their left. So Chris Rigg with his third goal of the season. The ball played up for Mepham to head clear onto Job on the halfway line, almost in the centre. Back here to Hume, and Hume now nearly tripped by Chong, and advantage played by the referee. Isidore holding off Doughty. Isidore trying to get away from Doughty.
Any chance?
He's being pushed all over, and he's pushed again by Doughty. Pushed down in the corner. He holds the ball in the corner, Isidore, before it's poked out by Holmes. Did well there, Isidore.
I think the referee did well there.
Under a lot of pressure.
Wow.
And
Absolutely.
a throw to Sunderland, which Hume will take a yard or two from the corner flag in front of the Sunderland fans, right next to the pitch.
Come on, get a second. We get a second, like the heads will drop.
Isidore. Doughty gets a foot to it, and it's hooked away by McGuinness. Mepham keeps it in. He's got to play it all the way back to Patterson. And out to Sirkin. And Regis Labrise is having his name sung now as well. Mundle trying to get the ball through.
Thank you. Whoa, he has got a whistle.
And a free kick to Sunderland in the middle of the Luton half on the left of midfield, with a foul by Chong. 58th minute, and O'Nien throws the ball down. Alan Brown comes back to him. Rigg is out here wide on this right hand side. Isidore in the middle. Mepham's up as well. Mundle on the left. And Sirkin's coming to take the free kick now. Just inside the Luton half. It's rolled into the centre circle to Hume, who hooks it up into the penalty area, and Moses heads it behind for a corner to Sunderland.
Is this our first corner?
First corner of the second half, yeah. So Mundle's gone down to take it.
Rub the salt in and we score from a corner.
Oh, wait, get it. That would be class high. Score from the corner. How weird.
So Mundle from the left, his third Sunderland corner, first of the second half. Players on the 18-yard line predominantly now. Break into the box is played short to Rigg, a little bit behind him actually. Sirkin drives it back in. Kraus blocks it. Sirkin runs back onto it, and his shot is palmed away by the keeper. It was hit with some venom.
Dennis, the menace.
Well, that really was struck
Great
with some venom. And a good save from the keeper.
Oh yeah.
Sirkin just throws his head back in frustration.
Kill them, go for the jugular, kill him off.
Would have been a good goal, but it's still 1-0. Rigg's goal in the 55th minute as Joe lays the ball off to Rigg, and Rigg eventually across to Sirkin and Mundle on the left-hand side, and Mundle, Moses in front of him. Mundle just taps it back to Brown, Brown to Mundle, and Mundle now running at Moses, cutting inside, and back to Brown. Out to Brown again on the left wing, just inside the Luton half. Mundle inside, nice ball to Dan Neil. Neil holding off Moses. Neil still going, Chong in front of him, he turns and plays the ball here down to Sirkin. And it's just whipped past Dan Neil and will come back for Thomas Kaminski, the Luton Town goalkeeper, who passes it out to
really nice
Tom Holmes. And Tom Holmes, big centre-half, 6'1", he looks bigger actually.
30 minutes coming up.
Clark into
Talking about in height.
Yeah. He does. I mean, it said he's 6'1". He looks to me almost the height of Mark McGuinness, who's 6'4", to be honest. Here's Holmes down the left again to Doughty, inside to Jordan Clark. Now inside again to Kraus, on loan from Mainz in Germany. Doughty down the left of the Sunderland penalty area, floats one into the hands of Anthony Patterson. Caught comfortably by Patterson. We're in the 61st minute. Luton Town 0, Sunderland 1.
Managed the game, clean
live
sheet.
on BBC Radio Newcastle.
He's going to do something silly, the referee. He will do something silly, won't he?
Don't tempt fate. Mepham kicks the ball out down the right here. Isidore trying to hold off McGuinness. And he keeps the ball in though. The flag's come up. It's a flag to Luton.
Oh, he's good. Throw in.
Yeah, right below us, Doughty. Into Jordan Clark. Former Accrington Stanley man. Plays it across to Holmes here. Holmes out to Doughty. Doughty. Down the left to Morris.
Going
on the wing. Holmes on halfway. Clark back out to Holmes. And Holmes looks up from halfway, swings a ball diagonally looking for Adebayo. It's stabbed in the air by O'Nien. Morris heads it down, hooked away by Mepham. And Isidore flicked it on with his head, but it's run back through to Kaminski. And Kaminski's in the middle of the Luton half. He swings it wide right, looking for Victor Moses. Sirkin gets above him, heads it down, but Kraus tries to put it down the right, and Sirkin's penalised for bringing Adebayo down. Elijah Adebayo, signed from Walsall 3 years ago, the 26-year-old. Moses is going to leave the free kick for Doughty to take. 63rd minute, Sunderland leading 1-0. Chris Rigg with his third goal of the season. Took it well.
Oh dear me. How long have I been supporting Sunderland?
Wide on the right, 7 or 8 yards from touch, halfway inside the Sunderland half. Isidore stands alone in the corner of the penalty area on the Sunderland left.
Concentration.
And they're lined up 16 yards from Patterson. Doughty swings it in here. Morris with his left foot and is headed home by Adebayo. And this time the flag stays down. Morris, simple header back across the face of goal. Adebayo 3 yards out, heads it in.
Yeah, and again, Nick, you look at that set piece again, and every time, you know what Morris is going to do? He peels off to the back, and he's just peeled up to the back, and he just nodded back across that 6-yard box, and there was Adebayo, simple header.
The two front men conspire
it's not lasted long, has it?
Draw Luton level. Luton 1, Sunderland 1 in the 64th minute now.
Yeah, again.
Adebayo.
Adebayo with his first goal of the season, actually. To bring Luton level. So having done all the hard work, Sunderland, they've got to start again and do it all again. Undone by the set piece. Here's Hume on the halfway line, down the right. Rigg trying to get away, he's pulled down, tripped by Doughty, who's looking at the referee imploringly and can't understand why he was penalised. But he was, and it's a free kick wide on the right-hand side here for Sunderland, which Brown is going to take. It's only a couple of yards in from touch. It's played back to Mepham, and then to Dan Neil in the middle of the Sunderland half. Luton 1, Sunderland 1. 65th minute. Luton on the back foot now at the moment, but they're looking to press again with Morris and Adebayo. It's one back by Sunderland. Hume bringing this forward into the penalty area to Isidore, down the right, turns it into the middle, nobody there. And Tom Krause is able to clear it, only as far as Sirkin. And now Mundle down the left, crashes into Moses. Mundle still has the ball, he's done well, he's found Sirkin even though he's been upended. And Jobe now to Rigg, but he's blocked by Doughty, who finds Chong, and Chong trying to get away from Jobe. And Chong is tackled by Hume, and Chong wasn't fouled, says the referee. The ball played out to Mundle on the left, and Mundle now at the corner of the penalty area, brings it onto his right foot, shoots, yeah!
Get in!
What a screamer!
Get in!
Strike that is!
Romain Mundle took it onto his right foot, and that was a bullet into the corner. Terrific finish!
Fantastic finish!
Just teed it up onto his right, and he let rip.
What a goal!
And they've restored their lead within 3 minutes, to the joy of the Sunderland bench.
Connolly's going to come on.
What a goal!
So
what a screamer!
They didn't let their heads drop. Straight back in the game.
Great finish. Great finish.
Lovely finish. And Sunderland are back in front.
Come on, Sunderland, stop switching off when you're in front. Stop
Luton
switching
1,
off.
Sunderland 2.
Yeah, Connolly's going to come on for Isidore Wilson.
Come on.
So, yeah, the change being made. Isidore applauding the Sunderland fans. Not to be for him tonight. But he's done well in the circumstances.
He has indeed, yeah.
How we are Sunderland concentrate this time, eh?
And he's had the opportunity to.
Yeah. Connolly on then, Sunderland back in front. 67 minutes played. And Romain Mundle takes his tally to 4 this season. And the ball headed on by Morris here for Adebayo and Moses. Moses' cross, it's very, very deep. And it's very, very out for a throw on the far side of the pitch from him to Sunderland. In fact, I think the ball gone out on its way across. It's a goal kick to Sunderland. And it's played short to Mepham, and he's closed down immediately by Adebayo. But
the thing is, can Sunderland keep this up?
Can they keep this lean over here? Sunderland, Hume. Sunderland's substitutes warming up, amongst them Patrick Roberts, but Connolly is on now.
They're going to make another substitution. Luton, Luton he's going to come on.
Sunderland FC!
Luton about to make their first change. Here's Doughty.
No.
I can't quite see who it is, but if I lean any further, I'll be out the box and on the pitch.
Nakamba, maybe.
It could be Marvellous Nakamba.
come on, son.
Still, no, it's not, because whatever his number is, it's
concentration.
It's a double substitution that Luton are about to make. Just be careful. It's a long way down. Here's Holmes on halfway. Brown
Jacob
coming
Brown's
away.
one.
Is it Jacob Brown? Is it?
Yeah.
He's a forward, wide player. Scottish international, former Stoke player. Yeah, Jacob Brown's definitely one of them.
Definitely Philly McKay. Okay, definitely.
Can't see who the other is. Might be
Nelson.
Zach Nelson. Yeah, Zach Nelson is coming on, and Chong's going off.
And Adebayo's got off.
All right.
Try something different, aren't they, with Jacob Brown?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
So, 19-year-old Zach Nelson, former Tottenham Hotspur youth player, who no stranger to Dennis Serkin and Romain Mundle. 70th minute, 20 minutes to play. Brown and Nelson then are the newcomers. Jacob Brown, who scored against Watford at the weekend.
Offside.
And then an offside against Connolly.
What we need to do is we need to just
referee wants the free kick taken again from the correct position. 71st minute, Luton Town 1, Sunderland 2. Kaminsky with the free kick.
Because you're the most vulnerable to let a goal in when you've just scored.
Swings it towards the left.
64 years support.
Bounces towards Doughty and Hume. Then out wide. Zach Nelson comes back to halfway. Hashioka in the centre circle. From the centre spot, swings it down to the edge of the penalty area. Hume hooks it away, volleys it away, and Connolly gives chase. McGuinness gets down in front of him. On towards Hume, who gets it off the head of Jacob Brown, who for a moment looked as though he was injured, but he's got up quickly, fairly sprightly. And the ball has come out through O'Nien down the left-hand side. Sunderland sprinting forwards here. Jobe through the middle. Connolly up there as well. Mundle tried to brick the ball down, but Kraus pushes it away. Morris back behind him is Nelson. And then back again to Hashioka.
Inside, gets a sniff
back again to the Japanese. Then out to Holmes in the middle. To his right is Clark. Looking for Jacob Brown, but on halfway it's come back to Serkin, trying to nod it on. Kraus wins it in the air. The German brings it down for Hashioka.
A two-goal gap.
Over the head of Morris. Hume swung at it. It's dropped for Brown. Now looking for Doughty. Low shot, saved by Patterson. And then hooked away by Rigg up to the halfway line, where McGuinness gets his head on it. And
Mundle's definitely.
It's with Doughty again. Down the left, he's got round at Hume, but Hume's won the loose ball. Then there's a free kick.
Yeah.
Pulled back for a foul on
from
Holmes.
Chris Rigg. He's just got to be careful, Chris Rigg.
We do need another goal.
So Sunderland positioned to maintain their position at the top of the table if they win the game. They were top actually going into these games.
But 1 out of 10, Cabby. I'm going to give that as 8 3/4.
But a free kick.
I'll give it 10 out of 10 at full time if it's the winner.
As the ball floated into the penalty area, Millwall 1, Plymouth 0, one of the other games tonight. Ball's rolled out for nobody wants to make a decision here.
It's a free kick to Sunderland, I think.
Is that what it is? Free kick? And it's Luton 1, Sunderland 2 still.
If this stays the same, it will
73rd minute. Yellow card for Patterson, I'm afraid. Deemed to be time wasting.
Come on, Pat, man, what you
Tom Neal's had enough.
Man? There's nowhere near full time. What are you doing? Exploding killings.
Pleads his innocence.
Thank you very much. I hope we are back in the Premier League.
I'm not sure what happened. I looked away to the right, and all the Luton fans went up and I think they felt that. They feel that Patterson was time wasting again, having just been booked for it. Anyway, he's taken the kick now, and
as if Luton Town weren't time wasting.
Rigg inside now to Brown. Brown to Rigg
Kev
again.
Atkinson, great coverage
Rigg
this cabbie. You
plays
deserve
it
more
back
followers.
on halfway
If
to
everyone watching
Mepham.
just shared this page on
And
social
Mepham
media, asking
taking
people
it
to
on and
subscribe,
laying it
imagine how
off
much that
to
would help you out. Thank you very
Sirkin
much,
on the
Kev.
left-hand side. Job.
Thank you very much.
Job with Kraus on his shoulder, back to O'Nien behind
Great
him.
show
O'Nien
yesterday
turns
with
away
your dad,
from
Davey.
Carlton Morris. Back to the pantomime villain,
Grab a
Anthony
third and it'll
Patterson.
be over. Yeah, we're doing
At
it
the edge of the area, he passes it out to Job.
Leaving bases, Chris.
Job leaves it for Sirkin on the
3-0
left,
Man City.
crashes down on Victor Moses, and then it is smashed away down the left by O'Nien
Davey for
into
Sporting
the
Director.
Luton half, trying to get it up to Connolly. Breaks for Rigg from Alan Brown, who's striding into the penalty area, but Holmes cuts across him and swings the ball. I thought it was going to land on your lap
Get
then, but
back
it's just,
to goal
just
cushion.
dipped away at the last minute below us
Then their heads will drop.
into the
It's just
stand.
difficult to
The
get that
throw
goal cushion.
to Sunderland in their away strip,
This
the white
is a much
strip tonight.
better second half performance by the
And
lads.
Hume with this throw. Neil has come in support. Morris has gone, Brown's gone with him. The other Brown, Alan Brown, to Hume.
I used to go to the mall, I
Then
used to go to
Doughty
Roker
smashes
Park.
it away. Straight to Sirkin. Sirkin through the middle. Mundle wide on the
Saturday,
left-hand
Tuesday,
side,
midweek games
75th
for the
minute.
lot.
Sunderland leading 2-1. He's taken on Moses
City like
onto his
as well,
right
but
again, but
Roker
it
Park
comes
will be
off
days.
Kraus for Brown up to Morris. He lays it back off now.
He
It's
went
to
to the
Victor
reserve
Moses on the
games
right
for the
side. Mundle tackles him.
Oh, he's got the ball.
I thought he got the ball. The referee said he's got the man.
What?
He's given Luton a free kick.
That was a perfect challenge.
Moses
I thought he played the
picking
ball,
himself
Nick.
up. I did
I
as
really
well.
Oh, here we go.
He's
Moses is
quickly
lying
to
on
his
the
feet
floor,
now. Moses has no
holding
harm
3
done.
of his legs. Get up, man.
But free kick, which the goalkeeper Kaminsky will take
Burnley
with his right
1-1.
foot. Hooked up to the edge of the area, dropped down off Morris for Brown, lead for Jordan Clark. Now Nelson lays it off to Doughty. He crosses again. It took a slight deflection. Job hooks it clear, and now with Kraus in the middle. Holmes out to the left to Doughty again. Hume goes to close him down. They slip it through to Brown, back out to Nelson, back into Brown, back to goal, turns, low shot, it's blocked, comes out to Kraus, heads it back into Brown at the edge of the area. He's been quite useful since he came on, and the ball is swung through the penalty area, and it will go out for a throw to Sunderland on the far side.
Excellent defending.
Yeah.
Great defending by
Roberts
Sunderland.
is going to
How
come
are you
on.
doing, Andy, mate? I will
for
have a look at
Sunderland.
that message, mate, on, I think it's on Star Citizen.
77 minutes.
Work, but I will have a look.
Patrick Roberts getting himself ready
A
to
good
come
friend
on.
of mine does all. Andy
Throw
Necronics
from
99
Sirkin down the left-hand side,
in the chat.
headed down by Hashioka, hooked back by
How
Job
long's
to the
left? I would
halfway line.
say
Guinness gets
there
above
is
Connolly,
about
and now they win a free kick again, Luton.
13 minutes left, 14.
Just inside the Sunderland half on the right-hand side.
Nicola, my dad died
Kaminsky
last
comes
month.
forwards
He
again
was a
to
lifelong
take it
SAFC
for
fan. I hope
the
he
home
will watch
team.
us win the league. Well, massive respect,
Yard or two
Nicola.
in front of the
All the
halfway
best
line,
to you,
right at the
and, let's
centre
hope you
circle.
do get the win for your dad, yeah?
Here the Sunderland fans to our right as the ball floated up to the edge of the penalty area, headed down by Joe, straight to Hashioka. Jacob Brown trying to get on the end of it as well, but it's hooked away to the right, driven back in by Tom Holmes, and driven away likewise by Luke O'Nien, right up the other end to Kaminsky at the edge of the Luton penalty area in the 78th minute now. Doughty on this left-hand side, up to the halfway line. Drives a high ball up to the edge of the area. It's
Man City.
headed back to Patterson by O'Nien.
I will definitely
Brown
watch
goes
it,
to
Andy.
close Patterson
Absolutely.
down. He just picks the ball up and rolls it out quickly to O'Nien at the edge of the area.
Wow, 404
And
people
O'Nien bringing
watching.
this forwards
Amazing.
now up over halfway to Mundle. Mundle, whose goal has given Sunderland restored their lead, 2-1. Foul on Job. Free kick to Sunderland just at the back of the centre circle. Job just pushes it back to Dan
Come
Neal.
on, I need cheered up tonight because I got
Morris
somebody
goes
did a
to
runner,
close him down. It's
robbed
played across to
£20 of
Mepham.
a taxi
Out
fare
wide
tonight.
then to
So this
Hume.
would really
Hume
help things
blocked.
tonight.
The ball's gone out for a throw to Sunderland. Hume. It's now Hull 1, Burnley 1. Burnley pulling the goal back at the MKM Stadium. Brown to Hume. It's over the top of Connolly and Holmes, back to the goalkeeper, Kaminsky.
Come on, lads.
He comes out the ball into the D at the edge of his area. Kicks down the left, looking for Morris. Goes up with Mepham, but the ball dropped over the pair of them. Doughty again inside to Clark, into the middle to Krause, back to McGuinness on the halfway line. And Mark McGuinness turns it out left again to Holmes, to Doughty down that left-hand side, looking for Nelson down the left of the penalty area. His cross comes off the backside of Mepham, out to Doughty again. He crosses again, and now looking for Moses. It's down to Krause, but he's lifted the ball over the top for a corner.
Great block by
O'Nien. So a corner to defend again for Sunderland. And
you're welcome, Joseph Duffy, mate. You're welcome.
Just over 10 minutes of the 90. There'll be some time added on. There've been a couple of stoppages.
When you have customers, we're not allowed
Sunderland
to keep them in the
leading 2-1. Doughty down to take the corner on the right.
Concentrate.
Away to our left as we look down from the gantry opposite the main stand.
You know what Morris wants to do? He wants to peel around the back.
Yeah.
Just be aware.
Nelson and Krause just outside the penalty area. The ball swung in here, headed powerfully away, strongly away by Mepham. Krause rolls it now, trying to find Brown or Nelson, but it's been won by Moses. Moses' shot swinging away
I can
all the
imagine
time
your
with
dad
his left
shouting
foot
like mad
over
at the
the
telly
angle
right
into
now.
the stand behind. Goal kick to Sunderland, and is the change going to be made now? The double change. Woodrow's coming on here for
Sunderland are going to make a change.
Come on.
Luton. Or is it? No, sorry. The numbers are up. Is that Roberts for Mundle? Yeah, it is. I think Roberts is. Mundle's coming off and Roberts is coming on. Woodrow is coming on for Krause. Paulie Woodrow.
Here's Roberts coming on.
So both teams making changes in the 81st minute.
Yeah, and Rick's just gone on to that left-hand side now.
Yes.
10 minutes plus stoppage time.
Paulie Woodrow, another former Barnsley man. Luton 1, Sunderland 2. Roberts on then on this right-hand side. Rigg across on the left-hand side. He's looking for the ball now. Hashioka gets ahead of him, heads it on to Moses. Job thumps it into the stand. Throw to Luton.
Come on, Roberts.
Right.
Do what you can do, eh?
Orange and black.
What you can do.
And across comes.
Just like calling him.
Woodrow chests it down.
I can imagine him saying that.
Moses plays it back all the way back.
Oh dear.
Hashioka in his own half.
I don't know why the
swinging it up towards the edge of the penalty area again. Neil heads it away. Moses trying to head it on again. In the middle, Alan Brown heads it on. He's fouled by Zach Nelson, says the referee. Blocked by the 19-year-old.
I can't short Natalie North for copyright.
Sunderland.
Managed the game.
I'm not really supposed to have the commentary on in the background, but
free kick
because I'm doing the commentary over it, like me chatting over it as well.
Dan Neil's playing, Nick, and he's playing as a centre back.
He's dropped back into that position, hasn't he?
He's playing as a centre back. They're playing
three. O'Nien with Neil in the middle, dropping out now into midfield. Neil's still on. O'Nien still on the ball, out to Sirkin, and eventually out for a throw to Sunderland again. That's this new position he seems to be playing, isn't it? He drops, reverts to a centre back, then pushes back out into midfield.
Shall I ring Davey as well, Kev, just for a laugh?
Sirkin, throw down the left, Hashioka heads it down. Moses trying to dig it out, driven on by O'Nien, looking for Patrick Roberts. Doughty's there though and blocks it. Finds Nelson in the centre circle and lays it off to Doughty. And Doughty now plays it back into the middle to McGuinness. McGuinness to Holmes on his left-hand side. We're in the 83rd minute. Up to the substitute, Brown. And he plays it, eventually played out to Doughty, back to Brown down the left of the penalty area. Tried to play it in the middle to Morris. It comes out to Nelson, blocked by Hume. His attempt to put it in the box. Doughty on the left again. Low ball put behind by Hume for another Luton corner.
How many corners have Luton had?
This will be from the left-hand side.
Don't forget to like the video.
Doughty is down there waiting for the ball to take the corner.
You get these scumbags that
no free headers.
Patrick Roberts is at the near post. Doughty from the left-hand
so
side
hard
for
work,
Luton.
Nicola. It is.
A lot of movement in the penalty area. The ball comes in low. It's spun loose for Holmes, but he drove it over the top, well over the top with his left foot from 16 yards.
That'd be so funny, Kev. I don't think he'd,
And another
he'd
goal
like it,
kick.
Yeah, Nicola, it's like
Sunderland.
the slightest little tune
84
or something
minutes nearly
playing in
played.
the background, or if somebody's mobile phone rings and there's
They
a
can
song
see
on
this
it,
out.
it'll have you for
I
copyright.
don't know what the
Not being
referee's
serious
going
trouble,
up there to tell them to hurry up for.
it'll tell
They've
you
got
to
the
trim
ball
it
in the
out.
crowd.
and it's
Yes,
just an absolute.
it's true.
It's a headache.
Yeah, they did.
That's also say, hurry up.
We are aware.
So, 85th minute, the kick from Patterson.
85th
Floats
minute.
down the left
Lovely.
wing. Hashioka gets above Rigg to head it forwards. Job wins it from Moses. It drops for Dan Neil. Plays it through the middle to Connolly. Back to
Get a
Alan
third
Brown
and it's
and
game
Brown.
hour. It's good night.
Back to O'Nien, across to Sirkin on the left side and
Thanks,
back
Kirsty
again
Portrait. Very
to
kind
O'Nien,
words. Thank you very
who
much
puts
indeed.
his right foot through it, looking for Roberts on the right here, but Holmes heads it down the line. It drops out. It's a throw to Sunderland on the right,
You're welcome, Todd.
halfway
You're
inside
welcome, mate.
their own half. And
It's getting squeaky bum time though.
Hume will take the throw for Sunderland.
It's
Looks like
wrong
he's
really,
going to get
Nicola,
through
because I mean we're not like
yet
nagging,
another
we're not gonna
game
make
without
millions from
picking up
a
that
little tiny song clip. Are we?
fifth yellow card.
Just being really greedy, to be honest with you.
Managing the situation very
My
well.
channel's about Sunderland FC.
Kick down
I'm
the
not
left
bothered
from
about
Sunderland
tunes
goes
playing in
out
the
for a
background. It's
Luton
it's
throw.
ridiculous.
In their own half on the right hand side. We're into the 86th minute. And it's played to Holmes.
Any new people,
Holmes
hit the
back
subscribe
to
button, thank you. 428 watching,
and then to Holmes
141
again in
likes.
the Luton
Much
half here.
appreciated, thank you.
And he looks up and just taps it short to Jordan Clark in the centre circle, trying to find Jacob Brown at the edge of the Sunderland penalty area, looking for Morris, but Alan Brown knocks it away. Joe brings this out,
Stay
lays
focused,
it out
lads,
off
stay
to the
focused.
left to Rigg. Rigg trying to get it down the line for Joe to chase. Jordan Clark gets in front of him, and the ball is out for a Luton throw. Back in the Luton half again. We've played 86 minutes, give or take a second.
This is where the clock seems to
And
slow
it's
down,
now
isn't it?
with Tom Holmes again inside the middle of the Luton half to substitute Zach Nelson, then to Jordan Clark, floating it up
Get
to
up
the edge
there.
of the Sunderland area. Mepham heads it out to Roberts. Roberts in the middle just taps it back under pressure from Nelson to O'Nien, who plays it right up through the middle where Connolly is fouled by McGuinness.
Well done. Aaron Connor, clever.
Tried to spin him, didn't he? Tried to go round him, and McGuinness basically just took him out.
You did indeed, Tony Emerson.
Connolly's flat
but
on his
it's not
face.
over yet.
His feet
I
paddling
hope
the
you're
floor.
wrong, by the way.
He's
I
now
hope it's
getting to his
3-1.
feet. Free kick, pretty much on the
Why do we put
centre
ourselves through
spot
this all the
for
time?
Sunderland, as Connolly is helped to his feet.
It slows down, doesn't it?
He's up on his feet now and just rubbing his back. Socks rolled down.
Thanks for the 2
Dan Neil
subscribers.
drives the
Cheers,
ball out.
James,
Tried
welcome.
to Chris Rigg. Hashioka heads it back to his goalkeeper into the 88th minute now. Now with Doughty down the left wing, trying to get on to the head of Jacob Brown. Alan Brown gets the ball, but
You're welcome,
Jacob Brown
Daz
wins
G,
it
mate.
back.
I
There's
hope you
a
can
little
hear and
battle going
enjoy
on
the
between the pair
commentary
of
here
them.
and watch along.
With
give the
Alan
free kick
Brown
to
came
Luton.
to have fouled Jacob Brown, who had his knees and
How many
crouched
free
over the
kicks
ball
have
on
they
the
had as
floor.
well, mind?
Again, there will be restrictions in beach path and overload to assist the crowd dispersal.
An announcement for the
That's a
away
very, very
fans
weak
when the final whistle blows.
Referee,
Again,
Jesus.
make sure,
This is a
concentrate here
dangerous,
again. Nick.
dangerous place for a free kick.
It's a
this,
free
like.
kick
No
then.
free headers.
Do without this, like, to be honest with you.
Alfie Doughty as ever from the left,
Don't you
halfway
dare score
between
from
the
this.
corner of the penalty area and the
Don't you dare
touchline.
score from this.
referee's seen something in the penalty area again, and he goes, wades in, have a word. It's O'Nien and I think McGuinness this time being singled out for attention from Tom Neild. Doughty then with the free kick, floated towards the far post, and it's headed down and in front of goal. Joe managed to get his head on it and try and clear it. Roberts now
Get
trying to
rid of it.
clear, and there was half a suggestion, I think, of handball, but the play goes on, and Dan Neil comes away with the ball up to the halfway line, turns as Tom Holmes tries to win it off him and does, and now with Jordan Clark One
close.
back by Sunderland. Dan Neil rolling it here
pass.
through for Connolly. What a ball! Connolly, can he finish? He's blocked by Doughty. Just as Connolly, I think, was about to pull the trigger. And the ball rolls away for Hashioka to clear for Luton.
Great pass by
Lovely
Dan
ball
Neil.
by Dan Neil,
It's
though.
fast and frantic.
Now Alan Brown's pulled down by Woodrow. Free kick in the centre circle on the right.
He tried to get it onto his right foot, didn't he, Connolly?
Yeah.
It's frustrating, Jim.
2-1 Sunderland lead
That's why
in the
we
last
need
minute
VAR
of
in
the
the
90.
championship. But say the offside goal
And
was because it was a player interfering with Patterson.
ball
It wasn't the
paid
goal
out
scorer who was offside.
To Roberts on this right wing.
But it swings and roundabouts.
Doughty
We've
in
had some
front of him.
stinking decisions go
Roberts
our way.
now
2 goals lead
holding it for a
scored.
moment, rolling it back to Trey
Should not have
Hume.
stood at the stadium of light. One was clearly
back
offside.
again
One
into
was
the
clearly
centre
foul.
circle to Luke O'Nien. And O'Nien now to
Neil
Dan
through
Neil.
height carry watching from Japan
Taking it
early
into the
here,
middle.
but biting me nails.
Through to
I've got
Connolly.
no nails
Connolly trying to shake off McGuinness. Finds Sirkin wide, then back to Connolly.
Come on, son.
Connolly back down
Come
the
on.
touchline
Thanks for the
to Chris
subscriber,
Rigg.
thank you.
Rigg to Job in the middle.
Hang on, we're coming into stoppage.
Back
We're in
to
stoppage time. Hang
Mepham.
on.
And
Borough 1-0 up, which
Mepham
makes it even more vital
plays
to
it
win
back
tonight.
to Hume. Into the middle again to Job.
Come on,
Pushed
son.
off the ball by Nelson. Free kick to Sunderland
That's what we want, free kick.
on the right of the centre circle.
Now it's our
There's going to
turn.
be another
Let
substitution
us
by
get some free
Luton.
kicks and corners. Come on, when it matters.
And
Don't worry.
it is Hashioka who's
About
coming
a thing.
off. And Joe Taylor who's coming on.
Come on, Joe, says Alicia.
Joe Taylor, who is a forward.
I say thank you to the 435 people in the channel watching tonight.
5
That's
minutes.
outstanding.
And yeah, 5 minutes
5
of
minutes added
added
on.
time.
Oh, 5 minutes.
Joe Taylor, 21-year-old former Norwich and Peterborough striker,
30 seconds extra time.
comes on. Blonde head, playing in a 3 at the front now with Brown and Morris. Throw to Luton on the far side. But in the first minute of these
I hate
5
this
being
game.
added on.
I
In fact,
hate
we've
this
nearly
game.
played that first minute. Sunderland leading 2-1. Here's Doughty on the left-hand side in his own half, floating it over the top, looking for Taylor, but headed away by Mepham and kept in. No, it's gone out. Throw for Luton halfway inside the Sunderland half on the left-hand side. Doughty will take. Back it goes to Holmes.
I hate
Holmes
injury
now
time.
back
Oh,
to
no.
Doughty on the left. He's trying to get it up in the middle, up at the edge of the Sunderland penalty area. Cleared by Sirkin out to Clark. Joe puts Clark under pressure. Moses with it now on the right. Again driving it up into the penalty area. Lost by Patterson. He gets it at the second attempt by falling at it with Morris
Well done.
swinging his foot at it.
Well done, Anthony Patterson.
So
But,
people in the
now
chat,
he's-
out of 10, 10 being your
Saying he's
highest,
hurt.
how is
Referee's
your anxiety?
visibly showing his watch and
Because
saying
mine's
he's adding
about
time
7
on.
at the minute.
Patterson got caught. No question by Morris then. Referee's having a
We've
word
already
with
won,
Carlton
says
Morris.
Bradley. Oh, don't you
We
dare
played
say that.
technically 2 minutes of the minimum 5. It'll be a bit
That
more
is
now.
brave.
as
Bradley says we've
Patterson
already
gets
won.
some treatment. It's laying back on the floor. Dan Neil comes running down to the touchline because Hjelder's coming on here for Sunderland.
2 out
sure
of 10 and 6. How
who
can you guys
for.
be so calm? Nil.
But they're going to make a
20th
change.
century game and nil.
Leo Hjelder will get
Oh,
It
man.
could come off
Couple
a
of
Rigg,
minutes.
do you think? Chris Rigg? Just make
just on the left-hand side, just
yeah,
turned, yeah.
and then put Sirkin in the middle. He
This,
plays the wing back.
this win would be massive if we get this.
Yeah, you're right. It's Rigg who's coming off. And the fact, you know, he's on that yellow card, mate. Take no
Didn't
chance
expect
at
to
all
win here.
now.
Shush, Nicola. We haven't done it yet. You're welcome,
Rigg
Gordon.
applauded off. He reciprocates, and Patterson still
Jelly to
getting
get the
some
winner.
treatment. And Hjelder comes on. Patterson's back up on his feet. Be a drop ball.
Come on.
94th minute. It's going to be another minute at least,
Yeah, he played 2.
possibly 2. Yeah.
Sutton nil, Gateshead 1. Is that a league game?
Luton
Peter?
1, Sunderland 2. Goals from Rigg and
It's gonna be another
Mundell.
2 minutes, isn't there?
2 very, very well taken goals. Anthony Patterson has the ball at the edge of the Sunderland area.
Patterson
Morris goes to close him down. The crowd is restless.
Didn't expect to
want
win
him
today.
booked
We
again.
haven't won yet,
Ball
Kirsty.
high in the air, drops out of the sky, looking for Connolly, headed away by Holmes. It drops for Hjelde on that left wing. He's looking for the throw. He's not going to get it. It's going to go Luton's way, halfway inside the Luton half. As the clock ticks round on the big orange scoreboard above the
just
end
keep
to our right
focused.
to
Anything,
94
just throw everything at it.
minutes.
Don't be stupid.
Holmes
Close
brings
them
this
down.
out for Luton. He pauses. He's going to play it direct down the left. It's going to be cleared. Well, it's
Just
nearly
noticed
cleared by
already.
Hume, but Jacob Brown got his foot in the way. It's crossed from the left by Doughty. It's cleared by Sunderland.
Come on.
Now trying to wrestle his way out is Aaron Connolly. He's done really well. And he gets the ball out to Hjelde on the left wing now, inside the Luton half.
Keep it,
Job
don't
is
put
going,
it in.
and now Hjelde's going to try and switch this across to Roberts in the penalty area. McGuinness heads it in the air. Holmes heads it back to the goalkeeper, and Connolly thinks he's been bundled over by Nelson. He's not making a big deal of it. And the ball comes out through Kaminski now in the 95th minute. It's swung over the halfway line. Morris pushing and shoving Alan Brown. It comes down to Hume. He digs it out onto the head of Jordan Clark. Down on the left here to Alfie Doughty. He plays it back into his own half to Tom Holmes. Holmes down the left wing again to Doughty. Roberts closes him down. Doughty back to Holmes.
Get at him, Doughty, for God's sake, get at him.
5 minutes played. Now it's whatever Tom Neal's going to add on for the Patterson injury. As Job trying to get out here. It's won back by Holmes. Holmes running into the middle to Jordan Clark. Clark now turning and getting it out on the left to Jacob Brown. Brown plays it back to Doughty. Doughty crosses, hangs in the air at the edge of the area. O'Nien heads it out to Connolly, who just hooks it up onto the halfway line. It's a chase back for McGuinness.
How long's left?
And now the goalkeeper goes sprinting out to the touchline on halfway into the Sunderland half. He drives it forward to Kaminski to the edge of the area, comes down for Jordan Clark, who completely misses his kick. And I dare say, had he made good contact then, I think he'd have probably scored.
Surely that's
off balance,
but good pressure
spun off him. We're creeping up to the 97th minute
he thought
now.
he was kicked it.
Anthony Patterson has the ball, places it for the goal kick.
If this referee's got to blow here. He's got to blow here.
The Sunderland fans poised.
I don't care what anybody said. He's got to blow that whistle, because if he doesn't, I'm in the car down the M6
Luton
straight and chase
Sunderland
after him.
2 as Patterson with the goal kick. He drives this up through the middle. Up goes Connolly. McGuinness beats him in the air. The substitute Taylor tries to head it on. Now McGuinness from halfway trying to head it through again. Mepham heads it down. Sirkin puts his foot through it. Back it comes to Doughty. Doughty drives it on again to Luton, up to the edge of the penalty area. Looking to head it down. At the edge of the area is Woodrow. Put out now for a corner to Luton.
You've got to be kidding me. A
Sunderland
corner.
have to see this out. It's a 10th Luton corner. We're in the 97th minute.
97th minute and they've got a
going
corner.
down
Somebody's got to pick the keeper
on the right-hand side, and Kaminski, who's 6'3",
you've got to make sure
come up.
Somebody's got to make
to
sure
join
the keeper.
the
No
Luton
free
attack
headers
here. Doughty then from the right into the 98th minute. Doughty with his 10th Luton corner.
I would be coming
from
2 minutes.
the right with his left. Hangs in the air.
Get rid of it, get rid of it,
drops
get rid of
towards
it.
Morris,
Get
heads
rid of
back
it.
across the 6-yard box. There's a appeals for
No.
It's
You've got to blow your whistle,
vigorous
referee.
appeal, but it's been
What is this ref
not
doing,
even
like?
acknowledged by Tom
Seriously?
Neal, who now I think will blow and does.
Get in!
Win 2-1.
Jesus, the referee was pushing his luck
It
there.
should have been a penalty.
Penalty my backside.
Wilson
What a result that is.
sprints out of
Penalty
the
my
There's a yellow card
ARSE.
on the
The goalkeeper.
last moment.
It's all going off over there with the goalkeeper.
And now
Luton Town
there's
take
a
that
bundle
with
of players around
2 shiny
the
bells
keeper,
on the top of
and
it.
they're all joining in. In
Get
fact,
in.
Luke O'Nien has just leapt on top of
Go on,
everybody.
Luton, you spit your
And the
dummy out.
goalkeeper's
Spit
been
your
pulled
dummy out,
out
you
of
dirty,
that
horrible
little melee
team. Free kick after
on
free
the
kick
far
after free
side.
kick after corner. Well, we're doing it the
Sunderland won
Sunderland
the
way,
game.
and we've beaten you.
2-1. The referee now has to try and
Sunderland.
work out what
Wow,
exactly has gone on over
503
there.
people in the chart.
There are coaching staff, there are players,
503 people watching.
substitutes. It's all
That
starting
is
to break
massive.
up now, but the referee
Look at them, man. They're spitting the dummy
is
out.
still
They're spitting the dummy out.
with
They
an
can't
eye on
handle
things
it.
here, as a few of the Sunderland players have gone down to the
They
Sunderland
can't.
fans
Just walk away, Sunderland. Just
watching
walk away.
Tom
Walk
Neal
away.
now.
Walk away.
to see what he's doing.
Cheers, Fernie. Thank you, mate.
He is on the halfway line.
Oh my God!
A couple of
Thanks
stewards
everybody
around
in the
him.
chat tonight.
Serkins with him. There's a
just
yellow
been
card
amazing.
coming out here, and it's Norris who's booked.
You want to see the
Norris
Luton,
Norris has been
Luton
booked
Town players
by the
here.
referee.
They are
And he's still
kicking off
going on
something
anymore. He's
rotten here.
And the referee's, is he finished yet? I don't. Regis Lebris has joined.
What's wrong with
the
Luton Town?
officials
Can they
on the
not get
halfway
beat or
line.
something like?
Dennis Serkin is
What's
next.
the matter
There's a
with
yellow card for Job as well. That takes Job to 4 yellow cards as well, you know. So both Rigg and Job have gone to 4 yellow cards now. And Trey Hume still on 4 yellow cards. Not a situation that's ideal.
Sunderland.
But the referee, is he finished yet? Because he's still on the pitch.
Finished.
What they're arguing over? Sunderland.
Dan Neil
Just
goes
leave the
over
pitch. Walk
slaps
towards the
their
Sunderland
hands.
fans and
You
just
know
say
what, Nick?
thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
With all the games we played this
Cheers.
season,
And just,
that is the best game Sunderland have done.
it
played.
is.
Because of the circumstances, the way that Luton play.
Luke 09.
It was all about being
Luke
warriors
09's
out
done
there.
it again.
You know, standing up and being
The players are
counted.
having an argument, right? The
Putting your
players are
bodies
having
on
an
the line.
argument in the pitch.
And then
Luke 19 comes
having
running
the
and he
ability
just
to
does
show
the
your
John
quality
Cena
to
dive
go and
again
win
right
the
on
game.
top
Look
of
at the
them.
2 goals we scored. Quality.
Oh,
Okay,
you're gonna
look
look
at
like
Luton, they
19.
put us under pressure. But there was no quality. The team what played football
Oh,
was Sunderland
man.
when we had the opportunity. We caused them problems when we could.
Oh, get
There's a
in.
ringmaster here. He's called Wilson Isidore. He's leading the Sunderland singing.
Because they know
All the
what
way!
a fantastic
All the way!
result that
It's
is.
all
Great
the
team
way!
performance.
Oh,
The only
yeah.
downside is that the
Listen, can I just thank
Yes, all
everybody
the
in the
players
channel
in
tonight?
the penalty
Thank
area
you
in
for
front of the
every
Sunderland
500
fans.
odd people were watching.
Wilson Isidore still leading
Oh
the
my God.
celebrations.
That
But,
win
none of them
feels
want
so
to head
sweet.
off at the moment.
Thanks
as
for the 5 subscribers,
Luton's
cheers.
players, well, consoling themselves with the march around the pitch. But
Great result, did not
Sunderland's fans
expect
are
that.
not going
I know,
anywhere.
that was
They're probably
massive.
not allowed to go anywhere,
That was
actually.
massive.
Trey Hume just joins in whipping them up, and
You know,
it's a big hug
you
as
can
he
see
comes
what
back.
it means to the players
Yeah.
and the team and what
Is
performance
that not
they
like
put
a
in.
revenge taste and sweet?
That
That was a
Luton Town
fantastic
4,
performance
they
tonight,
would
Nick.
get the
Great
free
team
kicks, and
performance,
the
every one of
corners and the corners.
Wilson
We're
Isidore
going
with a
to
bit of
bully you out
quality.
with this
That
match,
was
but they didn't.
two
The
quality
second half
goals.
came
Mundel's
along
goal
and
was
we
fantastic.
showed you what to play.
Rigg,
We
great
showed you how to
composure.
play football.
I don't think Isidore wants to go home tonight.
Whew.
He's bouncing and dancing and waving.
Thank
at
you,
the
everybody in
Sunderland
the
fans. Joe
chat.
punches the
Joseph,
air.
Dougie, NLS.
And Sunderland's
Thanks for
players
popping in. If you're a man,
finally head
anyway.
off
Dave Marshall, thank
down
you.
the tunnel.
Peter Harvey,
But,
Mark,
you
Bradley,
said it,
Matt,
Warriors tonight, they
NLS,
stood up to it.
Dougie
There were
Stewart,
times in the first half I said it was like the Alamo. They were throwing everything at Sunderland.
Davy's dad,
Luton.
Kev, Davy, if
Sunderland
you're
saw
there,
it
if you're
through,
there.
And they finished in style.
Big
Yeah,
shout
we've
to
seen
Fernie,
another
the
side of
Leeds
Sunderland
United
tonight.
fan.
You know, the young players roll the sleeves up.
Gordon
and
Seymour,
they
welcome.
battled,
Norman
and they
Longstaff, thank
fought.
you.
And when they had the opportunity to play, they played, they showed the quality. And that's the sign
I'm not going
of
to
a
sleep
good
tonight.
team.
I am not going to sleep tonight.
So
I'll tell you
the
what,
last
that
of
makes me
players
feel better
finally,
after that
Sunderland's
runner.
players
We
finally
taxied
head
in
off
passengers that did a
the
runner
tunnel
tonight. I feel so
and
much better now.
celebrate another 3 points. Top of the table still, heading into the weekend's game against Oxford United at the Stadium of Light. Quick turnaround.
NLSG,
But,
welcome any time, as
very,
long as you're not
very,
disrespectful
very
and
good 3 points
rude and
tonight
nasty. I
at
don't mind a bit of
Kenilworth
banter.
Road. It was a new challenge. As Regis Lebris said, they would be direct. They were
Oh, Luton
direct.
players demanding the
Sunderland
envelope back. Yeah, no,
times
cheers,
were
Cabby. What
encamped
performance,
in
Dragon.
their
Tony
own
Emerson.
penalty
I'm
area in
still
the first
online
half.
because I'm
But
celebrating
Chris
here.
Rigg
Matty
and the
Collins,
main
Sunderland,
bundle
Sunderland.
are the two
Great
players
Sunderland, I
who've
can't
seen
lie. Love to
Luton
see
Town
them back
off
in the
this
Prem. It'd be
season.
great to be back
It's
in the
finished
Prem
here
with
at Kenilworth
Newcastle.
Road. Luton
A
Town
rivalry,
1,
that's what we need.
Sunderland 2.
That was just... How good was that? How good was that? It was just a horrible feeling when they equalised. It was like, oh no. You know, and then within minutes, Mundell came and he just rocketed this shot. Quality, quality. Luton can't take a loss. Top of the league, says Jack. Alicia Hawk says Sunderland. Fair enough, NLS. Honestly, I rated Mark 201. Nicola Johnson, full house at the week end, and that's against Oxford. Alicia 2 to Sunderland. The Pakaka Andrew, unbelievable. NLS, I would have said who I support, but I can see in my head the 200 people in chat after me. Oh, dear me. I can't believe that, like. Not an easy place to go, Luton. Oh. That's just mental. You're welcome, Jonathan. You're welcome, everybody. It's just been 22k came on the BBC to tune in at the end. Thanks for your channel. Benno says that was our best performance, strength to strength. It was. What I was specifically impressed with that performance tonight was the second half. We came out and we did not allow them to boss us. We weren't going to do. We started to play football. We started to play it on the ground. We got that goal, quality by Chris Rigg. Then they equalised, and you think our heads were going to go down. But no, within minutes after they equalised, Mundell pops up with a screamer and it just silenced Kenilworth Road. At least 5 of their supporters just went quiet. Oh, no other word for it. I hope Sunderland goes back to the Premier League. Hi from Argentina, Matthias Calder, thank you. I'm over the moon with all your support, what everybody's done and given me with this channel so far. Another 6 subscribers there, thank you. It's been massive tonight. It's been massive. And I'm really... Middlesbrough 1, Sheffield United. I tell you what. Let's have a look at these results elsewhere then. We've got Blackburn 0, West Brom 0, which is a great result for us. Hull 1, Burnley 1, a great result for us. Sunderland 1, Luton 1, Sunderland 2, which is not a bad result, I suppose. Millwall 1, Plymouth 0. Middlesbrough 1, Sheffield United 0. You couldn't get a perfect. Talk about perfect storm. You couldn't get more of a perfect time tonight for the for results. So Sunderland are top of the league with 25 points. Burnley a close second, 3 points behind on 22 points. Also 3 points behind are the mighty Leeds United. And then on 4th, we have West Brom on 19, Sheffield United on 19, and Blackburn on 19. And out of the playoffs, we have Norwich City on 17 points. So, wow, that win today. That was quality. I don't care what anybody says there. There's not many teams will go down Luton and win. Can't wait to watch the highlights, says Kirsty. I'm assuming that they're on 1 yellow from a 1-game ban. Shocked but delighted, says Peter. I never doubted them. Crazy how's they're all on a yellow. So, wow. So I'm going to finish off my alternative commentary video for Hull City. And I'll be doing a funny one with this one, believe me. So I'm going to end the stream. Thank you very much for everybody tonight. I've really enjoyed it because I've had a stinker at work. It's been crap. I hate it when people jump you for a taxi fare. Cost us 20 quid and it's just soul destroying. It's not the money so much, it's just soul destroying. It's crap. But everybody in the chat's cheered us up. The Sunderland's cheered us up. The Knights, it's finished off superbly. But thanks everybody indeed. And I'll be doing the Mackem Cabby and Davey show this Friday night, and that is between 8 o'clock and 9. So you're welcome to join and come and tune in for that. Shocked but delighted. Cheers, lads, says 20th Century Gaming. Thank you, Jack Reed. Sean Butch, team are holding it together no matter what these teams are throwing at us. Absolutely, Sean. Peter Harvey, all know if these teams won tonight. Daz G. Rigg loved that goal in front of the fans. He certainly did, didn't he? So then, I'm going to go and get my tea tonight. I've really enjoyed tonight, and I wonder why. Maybe it's because we beat Luton with the thanks of the old Rigg and Mundell. Catch you on Friday and keep an eye out for more videos. Some funny videos coming up, the alternative commentary ones. We'll catch you later. Love yous all from the Mackem Cabby. Good night and God bless.